How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the world of Everlast. We're here joined by all of our players, Zil, Luxalia, Yuki, and Thordane. Belbin is not going to be here today. Connor, in real life, just had a baby. So he's off doing baby dad stuff. So that's fun. But we have the rest of the cast here. So again, why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves? Just a quick introduction of characters real quick. So let's go ahead and start with Zil.
Hello, I'm Max. I'm playing the axe loving orphan Zill, who is always ready to hit something with an axe.
Sweet. Solia?
Hello, I am Cole, and I am playing Luxalia of Silverwood. And I'm a shrine maiden from the Silverwood, and I'm a Glyven. Yeah.
And then there's Belbin, who is old and grouchy as ever. He is a Glyven from the Roku Horn, and he is one of the party's physical attackers, DPSs. Thordane?
Hi, my name is John. I am playing Thordane. He's an elf, hunter, and ranger type character, so I do a lot of support and attack from a distance with my bow so I don't get whacked.
Great. And then finally we have Yuki.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Dane, or as you better know me as Forged. I will, of course, be playing the wonderful character Mistletoe Yuki. What a cutie she is. And she is a sword dancer in the bard class. So this is not a bard that you want to deal with. She is a physical attacking DPS. So I'm excited to see how she works.
Awesome. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So this is session 2 of Everlast Adventures, the adventures of Eclaas Eeas, our group of intrepid adventurers making their way through the Aishan Archipelago, specifically Takai Town. But before we begin, I just want to go ahead and remind everybody that we do, this is a game that is currently in the works. It's a tabletop RPG that basically allows a Christian influence in the world of tabletop RPGs. But everything that is here, because this is an original look at the game so far, is owned by myself, Kyle Lafont, and Fantasy Forge Studios. And we do have the copyright to this, so do not take it, don't think about it. And that includes things like any images you see, any music that you hear, and whatnot. The beginning theme and specifically the battle theme are Everlast specific. We do use other things like Sirenscape for some of the other background noises as well that you'll hear. But yes, don't use it, especially for your own. You can use it for like your own means if you want to do non-commercial use of stuff, but don't claim it as yours. So while that is there, just kind of some housekeeping things, let's go ahead and jump right in. So where the adventure last left off, the group was in Takai Town. They are currently serving for the celebration of Solstice as kind of the town watch. They were hired by 2 individuals, Johansson and Mac, to walk around town and try to find if there's anything sketchy going on, particularly people who have what they consider dead eyes, some people who have like a glazed over look. As these people not only have been going missing, but there's something that's just not right about these individuals as well. And so the group has been looking for those individuals, keeping protection over the town as more and more tourists come for this summer's festival celebration. And so they've been doing that. They have met old friends, Shada from way back in the Great Peninsula. And yeah, it's really exciting stuff. So let's see. They left off, they were looking at people, interviewing people, finding people in tiki bars, specifically a gold draken by the name of Krothos. Thordane and Belbin investigated him, kind of chatted with him. Zil and Luxalia also went and interviewed a individual by the name of Duluth. This man that was on the beach, people watching, little sketchy, but it turns out that he's just an odd duck. So it seems. And then lastly, too, the group also noticed that there was someone missing, particularly a fiance of a woman named Celia, who is with basically mother-in-law on vacation in Takai Town, and her fiance has gone missing. And that's something. And the entire week leading up to the celebration of Solstice, the group has been doing various things such as axe beak races, shopping, doing all the kinds of things that you do on holiday. And finally, the day has come, and the celebration of Solstice went into full swing with a fireworks festival. And the last thing that the players experienced before jumping in and to the session is a scream from the crowd. And I will leave it to you. So, kind of for the setting a little bit, there's fireworks going off in every display. One of the things that is so well known about this festival, the celebration of Solstice, is these fireworks are actually made by the Gold Draken of Flomberge, which is the settlement of Draken on the northern side of the island. And they come and they make beautiful fireworks for this festival, and this year it is as impressive as ever. But while this is going off and the deafening sound of these explosions going off from the ocean into the sky, you can barely hear audibly the sound of a scream.
Quick question: is Celia still in the vicinity? I know we were in the Adventurers Guild tent with her. Are we still there?
You are, yeah. So you currently are still there, and you had just spoken with Morgan, who was the old woman who had kind of made her way off into the crowd as well. So
okay. Did you hear a scream? I feel like I heard a scream off in the distance. Is it just me? Are my ears playing tricks on me?
I'm gonna have Zill, Luxalia, and Thordane go ahead and make wisdom skill checks for me. So again, in Everlast, the checks are D16 based. And so, it's a kind of special dice. So you can do that. Players, if you don't have that, just roll 2 D8s. 2 ones are going to result in a critical failure. So a 2 doesn't really exist, I guess. It does, but it doesn't. And so, go ahead and make those checks and tell me your guys' final rules on those.
Natural 1.
All right.
Non-natural 16.
Okay.
We're getting there. Sorry.
If you can just go to Google and do like roll 1d16.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, nice.
Kyle, do you need me to
Rolladie.net.
Oh no, because you had originally noticed it, Yuki, so you're good.
It's funny, I went to rolladie.net, rolled the d16, and it rolled the same one as the dice I just rolled.
Hey, nice.
9.
9. Okay, so Thordane, completely out of sorts from his usual deal, being alone in the forest, being alone in the subterranean, alone wandering. These fireworks are absolute assault on the senses in every way. Thordane doesn't hear anything. Zill, on the other hand, hears this scream, and Luxalia just mistakes it as cheering from the crowd. Oh, nice.
Sorry.
I think
So am I
heard
crazy? Yeah, I'm not crazy, am I? Did I know what direction it came from? Could I pinpoint
You
that?
did.
Really?
So
Okay.
you guys are on the western side currently right now with the Adventurers Guild. You're on the western side of the Festival Plaza of the second layer of the town, because this town is built into a mountainside. So you guys are on the second layer, the very busy layer. This is primary viewing for these fireworks that are bursting. It is somewhere to the east of you, somewhere in the crowd.
Okay.
I think I did hear something, but can we finish watching the fireworks first?
I don't know. I
This
think
is
our
so
job
cool.
here is we're the guards. We're the city guards for this event, aren't we?
But fireworks!
Come on, Zill. We gotta go help people.
Okay. Well, I guess first things first. Let's just be safe. Make sure it's just not like just cheering or something in the distance. And I actually will use my fly action with my wings, and I'll pull them out and I'll try to hover above to see if I can see any commotion itself that's out of the.
Okay.
No,
Are you
not
doing
out of the
this in
usual.
any kind of stealthy way, or just you're
No,
just
no,
deciding
I'm
to
a
do
town
this?
guard. I don't care. I'm
Okay,
just gonna.
cool.
See
Yeah,
if
so
I can see
you
anything.
you take off, you spread your wings, and you fly hovering above the crowd, and everyone's like looking at you like, whoa, what the heck? Like, I've never seen that before. They're used to seeing gold draken here on this island, but not silver draken, and so you're kind of a sight for sore eyes. You have these fireworks, these brilliant red, yellow, orange fireworks bursting in the sky, and it shines off of your silver scales. And actually an impressive display. You have become itself part of this celebration. And people are admiring you for that.
I'm calling down directions at them. Become citizens of Takai Town. I am just keeping a healthy watch over everyone, trying to be as official as possible. Don't let me distract you from the entertainment.
Make an influence skill check for me.
Okay, all right. That's pretty good. That is a 17.
17. They're like, oh yeah. They look at your authority, they see your authority, and so they go right back to enjoying the fireworks.
All right.
Not so
anything?
much. So I'm gonna as you continue to scour, you're specifically looking for individual. Is there anything specifically that you're looking for? Because you haven't heard the scream anymore. It was a one-time scream. So are you looking for anything specific?
Was it a woman's scream or was it a man's scream?
It was a woman's scream or a Ned Flanders scream.
Okay. But from the east, so I'm looking and scouring in the east. I'm specifically looking for any like rash movements and or unusual activity other than just looking right up into the sky.
Okay,
at the fireworks.
Go ahead and make a focus skill check with Emboldened.
With emboldened, okay. Thank God for the emboldened. Focus skill. Oh, my focus is actually good. That is 14.
14. You do notice that there is, while everyone is like pretty packed together, there is one section kind of towards the back, like against a big stone wall, where there seems to have been like a couple people who will fall down, a small little commotion in that direction.
Oh, like down the cliff, or
no,
just,
like they're like you can tell people have been like fallen over like on the flat ground, not like rolled down the cliff. No.
Okay. I call back to the group. On the far side, I can see a little bit of a disturbance. Maybe we should kind of go in a group. So if anyone wants to go with me, I can lead the way by air. If not, feel free to stay by it. But I don't know. I think strength in numbers is the best thing when it comes to this. What do you think? And I start like hovering, but like wanting to get a move on so I don't miss any activity.
Fine. Let's go.
Let's go!
I'm so excited. Thornton, how about you?
I'm just along for the ride. I didn't hear anything, so
Okay,
you guys are
all
gonna have
right.
to tell me
Just
what's going on.
follow me, and I fly them in the direction. Calling out over the crowd. Make way. The guard of Takai Town is on our way. Like a lifeguard would be.
And as you're
falling
doing
over
this,
a microphone.
Belbin's just kind of following closely behind, and he's just like thinking to himself, he's like, mosh pit, mosh pit, mosh pit. If there's people to be punching, I'm here. No, you guys make your way over to the general direction, and at this point, the crowd has completely ignored what has gone on in the back, and it seems like everybody is looking upwards. However, you do see that there is a very panicked woman who is looking around, and you do notice that this woman is Celia, the fiance.
Celia. Oh.
The fiance. Okay. I forgot to write her name down.
I call out to her and I'm like, Celia, is everything okay? We just saw you at the Adventurers Guild tent. How'd you get over here so quickly? All that aside, is everything okay?
Of course, everything's not okay. And she's like weeping. And this old woman is like now like kind of like leaning, and she's like fanning herself. She has one of those festival fans. She's just like, someone pushed her and ran through the crowd. They stole her papers. They stole her document.
Did she point in the direction?
Yeah, she's just like pointing like down towards the beach, like pretty much straight forward.
I say, yes, ma'am, and I start taking off. If anyone else wants to stay,
Did
that's
you
fine.
see who it was?
It was an individual. He was a rather tall man. And she kind of looks up at Thordain and is like, around his height, and basically points. He's towards the beach. I think he's running towards the jungle.
Did you see anything he was wearing?
Oh, he was wearing. Oh, it's all such a blur. Lots of leathers, lots of brown.
Just anything that can help us. There's a lot of people around right now.
He had a red bandana.
Red bandana, leather, tall. Let's go. Ooh.
Okay. See,
I'm already like way ahead. I'm just looking.
I just start jogging after.
booking in the direction. she
for
told me.
everybody who wants to follow, I want you to roll initiative. Yuki, you roll your initiative with Emboldened.
Okay.
And we roll an initiative with a D16, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
9.
Okay.
14.
14.
Sorry, what do we add to initiative?
Dexterity.
Dex?
It's basically just your dexterity modifier.
Unless you got
Alright.
boots.
Unless you got boots, and then it's a +1.
I got boots.
I don't got boots. I got a different Shrine Maiden shoe that I forget what it's called. I have Geta. 13.
13. Okay, so we got 8, 13.
11.
9.
Okay. Zil, you're 9.
Yeah.
Lux is 13. Thordain is 11. And Yuki, what are you?
14.
Okay. Alright. So immediately, Yuki takes off into the air and sees... I don't know why my festival music stopped. But while this is happening, let's go ahead and play some battle music. Yeah, so as this is happening, there is fireworks bursting in every direction, and Yuki comes swooping over the crowd, just this brilliant figure. And as everyone is just like transfixed, not partially on Yuki, but mostly at these fireworks, Yuki, I'm going to go ahead and have you make a focus skill check for me as you're scanning the crowd specifically for a red cap.
Not great. 9.
9. You do see that there is quite a bit of red in the crowd. That's one thing. Is the traditional festival attire is red, but you're looking through, and unfortunately, you don't see anyone running through the crowd that seems to have fit the leather description with.
I relay the information to the rest of the group. I don't see anyone. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but there's lots of red, and I just
She
am
said the
panicking.
beach, the jungle.
Okay, Luxalia, your turn.
Hey,
It's not my turn. Sorry.
all right.
That's okay. You can call. That's kind of like a non-action type thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we fighting? I guess I'm confused.
No, so the initiative is you guys are trying to chase or track this person through this crowd. Luxalia, unfortunately, you're not very tall, so you're pretty much pushing through, like wading through this big crowd. So any movement that you do is going to be hindered, meaning you're basically moving at half speed right now.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I guess I'll chase him.
Okay. Do you want to do anything as far as like try to look at the moment? Any specific actions other than just running through the crowd?
No, I'll just run full steam ahead.
Okay, you make your way through the crowd, and we're next going to go to Thordain. So fortunately, the nice thing that's in Thordain's favor is he's got a little bit of height compared to the vast majority of people in this crowd, so he can with relative ease look over the tops of the heads that are there. And what do you want to do specifically, Thordain?
Let's see. Don't really have any support actions that would work for this particular scenario. I'll just try to look over the top, stand on my tippy toes and maybe jump a little bit to see if I can identify or see where they're going.
I'm going to have you make a focus or a wisdom skill, focus skill check with Emboldened. So that's a +2 to your roll.
Wait, what did you say? Wisdom?
Focus.
Focus.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's under faith.
Wow. 21.
21. Thordane, what do your elf eyes see? And you actually see that making down into the kind of beachfront. So it's this first layer of the city where it's like a lot of still like stone, cobblestone pavement. You do see someone who is starting to book it towards the jungle. Just full sprint. You can't see a whole lot out of like the light because it's just bursting all over the place with these fireworks. But you do see that they are making full haste towards there. And so, do with
Can
that.
I see
what
any
you will.
details about the person through the? Or am I
With that
distracted by the
information, you
fireworks?
absolutely do. They do have the same red bandana that they have, and they seem to be running specifically with their right fist clenched.
I don't
Okay.
actually see anything. Does anyone see anything? I can't. I'm looking.
I,
I'm looking towards the beach. That's it.
There's someone running towards the jungle with a red bandana, and they seem to be carrying something. I wonder
Do I
if they
see it?
pickpocketed.
Yeah, after it was spotted, you do see.
Alright. I changed
Yuki, over
direction.
there.
It's not my turn, but I changed direction.
Zill, your turn.
Hearing from Thordane, I just start trying to be as loud as I can, like I'm hitting any metal I have together, like my 2 axes or something.
Okay.
Just start screaming. It's like official guard business. Get out of our way! And start running towards the beach.
Make an influence skill check for me.
Are you good at that, Zil?
Pretty sure he's
am.
good at that.
Non-natural 16.
Wow. Yeah, you do that, and this booming voice comes out of you, Zill, and people like start like parting, like wondering like what the heck is going on. It's kind of a ruckus kind of bunch, anyways, but everyone stops and just like parts ways as this path down to the staircase that brings you down to the first level of the town, and you start booking
Is
it.
it still possible to sprint?
Yeah, I guess technically. So moving your full speed to be able to
Sprint, and how close does that get me to him?
So basically what that does is it allows you to get directly to the front lip. He's going to be somewhere about like 300 feet still in front of you as he is booking towards this jungle. So, but you can see him at this point. Like there are a few people set up with like blankets like on the beach like watching. But you can clearly see that there is an individual running towards the jungle.
I just scream as loud as I can, get back here!
Okay. So with
Well, if
that in
you hear me.
mind, Yuki, we're at the top of your turn.
Okay. Well, I see him now that Thordane has so graciously given me the description and direction. I can fly 60 feet with just the one action, so I'm gonna try to like sprint fly. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Do I have to make any checks for that?
No,
Since I'm flying?
that's good. But as you do that, you're gonna consume 2 points of stamina.
Stamina, that's fine. And I'm gonna be screaming as I'm sprint flying down, like towards ahead of me. I'm like, "Stop that man! Stop that man! Official guard duty! Thief!" And I
All
start.
right, make an
booking
influence
towards
skill
him.
check.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That is a 15.
15, and as you shout that, there are a few individuals, but none of them look like they're anything close to being able to handle taking this person down specifically.
I'll just slow him down.
Yeah, but you do kind of just like take this dive down towards him, and as you do that, he's actually going to turn around, and what you see is he is holding a hunter's bow. He's going to go ahead and make an attack at you.
All right. About
so
right.
that's going to be. Does a. Assuming that this is going to hit a 19.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A 19 defense.
Oh, yeah.
hit. He turns around and like almost
Double
like
my
just like
defense.
knows exactly what's going on. He fires a hunting arrow right up into you, which does land, which is going to inflict.
Okay, sprint.
Oh my gosh, I actually have to do math. This is nice.
6 points of cutting damage as the bow does land. It like kind of hits you right in the shoulder as you continue to fly down.
Do I make a focus survival check or whatever?
Is that part of the flying action?
One
I don't
sec, one
remember.
sec. I'm reading every minute. Oh no, it's every minute. I'm flying.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Okay. I scream out, "Ah, he got me! He got me, Mick!" And
But
I take that.
so he turns around and he does that, and he actually, because of that, he doubles his distance between you. As you get hit, you kind of like stop in the air, and he's made his way. He is about 100 yards away from the edge of the jungle at this point.
All right. Well, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Okay. Next we have Luxalia. Can't hear you.
I know. Did I hear anything of what just happened?
I got shot with an
There was a lot
arrow.
of screaming. I was just running. I don't know. Like, where am I?
You did hear you. So basically, you noticed that the crowd itself has parted with the Zill's call, so you can actually run completely freely at this point.
Nice.
So it's just kind of based off of what you want to do. You have lost sight of the man, but you know the general direction. You see Yuki got hit by just looking up. You see that she got hit by an arrow.
Amazing. I'm gonna make my way as close to her as possible, and then, seeing that she got shot, I am going to attempt to heal her, using something. I know I have healing spells. Hold on.
Mana Mending.
Where? Yeah, that one.
I think it's 1d8 plus your piety right now, plus an additional d4.
Okay.
Thank you for the
1d8.
max, back to max health.
Yeah. Plus my... So I rolled a 4. Plus, which one?
Piety. Yeah.
5, so 9.
Yeah, I'm back at max. Thank you, Luxalia. Oh, I
You're
hucked the arrow off to the side.
Great.
That's all.
So as you do that, that ends up happening. Next we are at Thordane.
So I could see the person. Do I have a clear line of sight now? And I saw...
You do. You've made your way up to the front of the wall, and you do have a relatively clear line of sight. You do notice. Go ahead. As you, what are you gonna try to do?
Well, I saw that he attacked Yuki, so I am gonna attack back with my longbow.
Okay, you pull out your longbow, and the people that are around you like start freaking out. Like, what the heck is going on? And they start like backing up, seeing that you've now drawn your weapon. People are kind of afraid of you. They do notice that you're kind of part of this group that's trying to protect, but they're like unsure, and so they've started like backing up. So now you kind of have like a little bit of a space around you.
Okay, I just quickly yell out like, "Don't worry, I'm here to defend you all."
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to shoot, attack the guy with my longbow. For the hit damage, do we use a d16?
For hit, you do a d16, and then your damage is a d12. I
Yeah.
believe.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll hit.
My hit is 12.
Okay. A 12 is going to just hit.
Okay. And then for damage, 16 cutting damage.
So as you shoot, as you loose this arrow, it goes hurling through the air, and it's just like this miraculous shot. And it just like pegs him right in the back, and you can see that he's begun to kind of like fall. He falls down to his knees, but he gets back up. He rips it out of his shoulder, and he continues to sprint. He is at this point about 50 yards away from vanishing into the jungle. But that stopped him. He would have been in the jungle this turn, so...
Cool.
Nice.
Do I get another action, or
You do.
that?
you do.
Oh no, support though.
Oh, you're a supporter, so yeah, you
Support.
only have the one attack action.
Okay. I guess I'll sprint
Okay.
as my support action towards him.
Okay. So you've made your
double my
way
walking
down onto
speed
the
of
beach.
55.
You've made your way down onto the beach along with Zill and Yuki. I guess is flying still, and Luxalia. She has, I would say, made her way down onto like that first level towards the beach too. So next we are going to have Zill.
How far away is he from me?
So at this point he's pretty far, definitely out of throwing distance of hand axe for sure. Like, it was a pretty miraculous shot with Thordane made. It was impressive.
We're just gonna keep sprinting after him.
Okay. Great.
That's 70 feet, I think.
Yep.
For me.
You just continue
And
to
just
sprint.
screaming like, "Get back here! Get back here! Get back here!"
You do notice that is a little bit more difficult to run in the sand, but not enough to really hinder your movement all that much. It's pretty nice sand. It's not like there's like a lot of debris. It's relatively soft, but
It's like
doesn't
Waikiki.
give too much. Yeah, kind of like white sand beaches, really nice. Actually, I think these are black sand beaches. Whatever the case. Yeah, you guys you're continuing to sprint out, and at that point, he vanishes into the jungle.
I ain't having that.
Okay. And that is the end of combat.
Oh, can we still follow him? Attempts to, at least?
You can absolutely still attempt to try to follow this guy.
Have I
I'm
caught
gonna-
up to everyone yet? Hello?
I'm frustrated. I'm like, and I fly back down. I'm still flying, just hovering above everyone. And I said, gosh, I wish I had Yukio. My axe speak. I wish I had him. He could get through this nice and easily. Should we follow him? Should we continue?
He might lead us to where the fiance is.
That's true. I wonder what those documents were.
Wouldn't it be the picture of the fiance she showed us? Why does he want that?
I don't know. Maybe it is the fiance. I don't know. He doesn't want to be with
Maybe
her.
it is the fiance.
Plot twist.
I don't know. I think we should at least go to the edge of the forest as quick as possible to see if we can see any traces in the sand or anything. At the very least, we need to at least check to see if he isn't just hiding.
If everyone is in agreement to that, guys, gonna go check the jungle edge.
Yeah.
One thing that we're gonna go ahead and begin is you have now begun your adventure. So the way that this game is split is it's 3 different phases. So you have the holiday phase, which is your primary resting. Pretty much in D&D terms, it's your long rest, but you can also do some various stuff. During the adventure phase, you have to split up into 4 different roles. Basically, you have the Wayfinder. So this is the person who is pretty much going to be, I guess, your guide through there. Their primary purpose is to roll different departure checks and then progress checks. Basically, what that does is throughout the adventure, for the amount that they rolled, they'll lose certain points towards a final check at the end of their final arrival to when they roll that. Based on all their modifiers, that their final result gives the players either things that are good or things that are bad going into their next holiday phase. But it also determines stuff going through. And so they're the ones who are going to basically keep the party from getting lost, that kind of stuff. The next one is the tracker. So the trackers, their primary thing is they can serve as scouts. So they can go out ahead, scout, basically use actions to be able to see kind of what's going on, like the general vicinity. They also are involved during rest actions for hunting. So they can go hunting to bring back meat for the group. The next is the Hearthbinder. So the Hearthbinder is someone who is involved in charge of all of the campsite needs. And pretty much any rest action that they get a +1 to whatever skill check they want to do during that action. They're pretty much the hostess with the mostest, basically owner of all hospitality. And then the last one is going to be the Watchman. So these are people who are sitting and keeping watch. Essentially what that is, it only functions when the party is sleeping for the most part. And what basically ends up happening as you guys make your way. I have jungle noises, so that's fun. But as you sit there watching, and then you get bonuses if you are a watchman. Every role has to be filled. Multiple roles basically can't be used by multiple people except for the watchman role. So whatever roles aren't filled, or if all the roles are filled, extra players go into the watchman to be able to do that. So.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good at hospitality. Unless anyone has any qualms, I'd like to take the Hearthbinder.
Oh, sure.
I'm assuming.
I didn't
Unless
want to do that. It's fine.
So
you want to do that?
No. No,
So the Wayfinder uses knowledge, wisdom, focus, and influence as their main stats. Hearthbinder uses piety, wisdom, focus, and charm as their main stats. Tracker uses dexterity, stealth, knowledge, and wisdom as their main stats. And the Watchman uses stealth, knowledge, wisdom, and focus as their main stats.
I am not built for any of these, but Hearthbinder I at least have the skills to be able to use with.
My piety, focus, wisdom, and charm is good.
Okay, you can have it, Luxalia.
Thanks.
I'll
do it.
Okay, I'll be a watchman.
I've trained my whole life for.
I have just specific set of skills that I can use outside of my stats themselves, exclusively for Hearthbinder. But that's okay. Feel free to take the Hearthbinder.
Please, by all means.
No, it's
we'll
all
trade
it's
off.
okay.
You got this one. I'll get the next one.
Can we trade off, Kyle?
Not during your adventure, nope.
All right, Luxalia, you got it this time.
So, next adventure, you can decide to do that. Unless someone becomes somehow incapacitated and unable to do their role, then it can be filled by someone else.
Okay, you got it, Luxalia. I'll be a watchman.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, so we have Wayfinder, Hearthbinder, and Watchman.
I grew up having to find my way around the city on my own. Find things pretty good.
So Wayfinder?
Yes.
Okay, is everyone okay with that?
I'm gonna keep a watch on Belbin over here, so he can be a watchman with me.
Yeah, I'll be a watchman. And so, Thordane, does that leave you as the tracker?
I think that makes sense.
Okay. So you guys are going to begin. So you guys are at the edge of this dense jungle. One thing that you do know, especially Zill, as he was working during his holiday phase, which makes sense as the Wayfinder, is there is a Draken path that is used through the jungle. It's not very well maintained, pretty much only used by Draken, but it pretty much leads basically any group of people from Takai Town all the way to Flomberge, which is right at the base of Aishin Volcano. And so Zill has a general understanding of that, but not really any experience going through that per se.
We're gonna try.
Okay.
I tell him about this path.
Okay.
I turn to Thordane and I'm like, Thordane, do you see any specific tracks leading down this path that Zill's talking about, or what? Do you see anything?
Make a knowledge skill check for me, Thordane. Oh, we can't hear you. I think your headset turned off. It happens. I get it.
I was on mute.
Knowledge skill check.
You said knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 12.
12. So you do pick up on some tracks. You do see, you had probably the best view out of anybody where the guy did go into. It's not quite on the Draken path, but you do see, in the brush, there's a small little hole where you can see he just jumped in. And so because of that, you're able to kind of pick that up a little bit, and you feel relatively confident that you might be able to track whoever that was through that brush. I mean, the forest and stuff is not too different from the jungle as far as what you've experienced, or maybe it's quite different. Who knows?
So I see where he's entered over here. I'm assuming we're going to go pursue him, and I'll try to track him down as best I can. Are you guys all following me?
At least as best as we can. I don't want to get lost in the process. It is nighttime, right? At this point?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we
we can
did.
all
We
stay slow or go slow and stay together, and I'll track him.
That's true. I worry. Last time we were in this forest, we did get lost, didn't we? So
For a little
I
bit.
just don't want to stray too much. Okay. All right, we can follow. I trust you, Thordane. You're the best one to trust in these situations.
All right, I'm gonna have Zill as you guys enter into this jungle. Go ahead and make your initial adventure skill roll, and that is gonna be a wisdom skill check.
14.
14. You step in, and you notice that there are marks where the person has been. You can see that he seems to have been cutting his way through the brush with a blade. And so that's something that you're noticing, and you gain a +1 to your final arrival check
Yeah.
with that.
And I tell them about, like, guys, look over here. He went this way.
Okay. And it's
This-
not super clear to
past
everyone,
This area.
but to you, Zill, it's pretty clear, and Thordane picks up on that pretty well. You guys
We're on
make,
the right track.
yeah, as you guys make your way in deeper and deeper, the jungle itself is relatively oppressive. You guys have been in there during the day, but it's nothing compared to how it is during the night. You go in, and just this drone of insects is constant in your ears. Pretty much everything seems relatively damp to some degree, whether it's mossy tree trunks. Things seem to be moving in every direction. So you don't know if what you've touched on a tree bark is some kind of insect, or if it's just your imagination. It's become like, think of it kind of to a degree of like Mirkwood, I guess. It would be similar to that, but the canopy isn't quite as thick as like Mirkwood would be. But everything just seems dank and damp going in. For your guys' fears, does anyone have a fear of the dark?
Oh goodness, I haven't even looked at those in a while. Let's see.
Nope.
I do not. No.
Quick
I
question.
have a fear of spiders.
You have a fear of spiders.
As do I, John. As do
I was born in the darkness.
What's up?
Same.
But now you're the light to our lives, Luxalia.
For my peacekeeper trait, do I just trust that you'll let me know whenever that occurs?
And
or do I have to remember
what is
that?
the effects of that again?
Like, I can sense the presence of undead and voided enemies within a mile.
Yes, I'll let you know. So that's
Okay, perfect.
That's good. I'll let you know when that does end up happening or taking place.
Perfect.
You do not have any Peter Tingles yet for them, but you do make your way into and it's a pretty slow trek as you make your way through. This individual that is escaping you, this is not their first rodeo, and you could tell that they've made there's a specific trail that they take, a specific trail that they've made. Some of the things, Zill, as you make your way through that you notice is there are freshly cut paths as he's escaping in a hurry, but there are also some branches that have been chopped out of the way, some vines that have been chopped out of the way that have begun to shrivel, that it's taking time. So that you can tell that this is not the first time that this path to put a better term.
Someone's gone this way before.
So
I'm still kind of how low is the canopy in this forest? Because I'm still flying.
Yeah, the canopy, it's not like a super duper high canopy, but it's relatively dense, and all the trees are pretty close together. I don't think you can really fly inside of the jungle.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I land and yeah, okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna have each of you, as you continue to make your way, roll a wisdom skill check for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I have to roll for Belden.
5.
Oh my gosh,
15.
I'm like out of focus.
12.
Natural 1 for Belden.
Woo!
Oh no.
Natural 16 for me
Oh my goodness.
with a +3, so 19.
Hold on. What is going on?
So wise.
Okay. Okay, repeat those scores to begin. I was focusing on my focus. Okay, 16 for Luxalia. Zil, what'd you get?
19, unnatural 16.
Okay, 19, natural 16.
19,
Zil,
12.
12.
Math is-
Yuki,
15.
15, and Thordain,
5.
5. So one of the things that you do pick up on is, for those of you who rolled relatively high, basically people who weren't Thordain or Belbin. Belbin is just he's out on his own. It's like he hasn't even been here the entire adventure so far. But you guys are making your way. The rest of you, one thing that you do see is the droning of insects seem to be getting heavier as you continue making your way into the specific direction that you're going.
If only I did have Yukio here. He would know at the very least if there were any of those mantises nearby. Ugh. Are they just like bugs? Like just normal bugs?
The mantises?
No. The like bugs that are around us.
You can't really see. It's a little bit dark to be able to determine what is around you. The only one who really has like any relative idea of what's going on is Thordain. But he's very distracted with just like the new vegetation, the new wildlife that is here and present. One thing that Thordain, you're specifically noticing is you're really trying your best to follow the trail to like block off whatever is like going on in the distance, because you're having difficulty focusing currently right now. So it's just like anything that you can do to like stick to this trail that's been kind of cut through a little bit. You have no idea, Yuki, as far as what's going on. What it is. It's just a general like humming, kind of like Japan with the cicada in the summertime. It's constant, but it seems to be getting heavier.
Okay. Good to know. Do you see anything, Thordain? I don't like bugs.
What was that? I was focusing on the trail.
Oh, I was just asking if you saw anything. Is all.
Nothing but this little trail that I'm trying to follow. It's hard to make out.
Does anyone have any light that we could shed on the situation? It's a little dark in here.
You're so right.
I might have something, but it
Yeah,
uses
you guys do have
tons of mana.
torches.
I've got 2 torches.
You can
I
attempt
don't have any
to
torches
light.
equipped or anything.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I
You're
do
not
have
in
an-
combat, so you can kind of just like take out whatever from your
Okay.
backpack.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out a torch, I guess. See if I can get one going. Does anyone have any like a match or something, or fire breath? Unfortunately, I'm a silver dragon. I only have the ice.
How dare you? Yeah, I mean, my crook.
Oh,
It's just,
well,
it's a lot
smack
of
this
mana
thing right
just
here.
for light, but fine.
no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, here you go, and then I will light it using my crook.
So 1 mana.
Yeah.
So yeah, this small little fire ball goes and it just
All right,
lights up.
and
your
I
torch.
light everyone else's if they have any other torches or anything with them.
Yeah. I think I might have one.
Yes.
Let
Alright,
me
take
check
one.
my backpack. Oh, I've got a candle.
Oh, how appropriate for you,
Yeah.
Luxalia.
Exactly. Except that's more for prayer. That's
Yeah, you
not
know.
so much.
You could pray for our safety getting through this woods.
Amen. Yeah, no, I got nothing.
All right. Well,
How many
I-
torches are being lit here?
I got one.
I got one.
Okay. So
I
2
don't have
torches. You light those torches and immediately this relatively bright light begins to emanate from around you. And one thing that you do notice is shadows begin darting all over the place. Bugs had been creeping in little by little, and the firelight immediately dispersed them. And actually, more than anything, the smoke from the torches has begun to kind of almost mask you guys in kind of like a repellent. These bugs that you notice are pretty big. They're like big flying insects that are
Thank you
just
for the
like
mana,
hovering through.
Luxalia.
Welcome.
Start
So
swatting at him.
yeah, they're pretty nasty. Yeah, they're pretty nasty. And you guys avoided a potential conflict with diseases and all that kind of stuff, at least for the time being.
Oh yeah.
So,
Nice. So we got that.
about 2 hours pass as you continue to attempt to follow this trail, and you notice that you make your way into this especially dense part of the jungle. I'm gonna have Thordane go ahead and make a dexterity check for me.
Natural 16.
Natural 16.
Let's go.
What's the total of that going to be?
20.
20. So, Thordane, one thing that you do notice is this forested area is seemingly in the darkness as it were. It's probably not good to be able to carry on much more into the night. You've taken some time. Everybody has stopped to kind of figure this out. You've taken some time to kind of scout around the general area. One thing that you did see is there is a small hollowed out tree, which serves as a relatively good protection as it has begun to start raining on the group. You can decide to stop for camp for the night, or you can continue onward. If you do continue onward, everybody in the party is going to gain a point of weariness.
Well, how well can you see the tracks with the rain? Is he good at it? Thordane, can you see the direction he's going?
Make a knowledge skill check.
I'm feeling pretty tired. It was a party back in Takai
5.
Town.
5, yeah, it's starting to get a little bit muddy, and before you guys want to stamp out too much of the trail, in Thordane, it's probably is urging everybody. It's probably good to get out of the rain.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a tree trunk over here that we could shelter in for the evening.
And this is a massive hollowed out tree trunk. This thing is a beast.
Okay.
Should
I
we
like
find
trees. I
I
can make
don't
this
like
very
rain.
homely.
I don't
Are there
like
spiders in
rain.
this tree?
From what you've noticed, you guys go and examine it with your torches. It's not too far off of the path. There are a few small, just general insects, small centipedes, things like that are inside the tree trunk, but the fire itself kind of disperses them away. You guys gather firewood and you guys get a fire going. This fire not only helps to again continue to serve you as repellent for the bugs, but it provides you some warmth. It's pretty humid as it is, but it is rainy. You guys are a little bit wet, so you guys have that. So you each have one rest action that you can take in the meantime. I'll remind you again about the things that you can do during your rest actions.
Do I get my stamina back?
No, so the rest action's a 2-hour action before actually going to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. So the things that you have, you can decide to play an instrument, however you want to do that, which can basically help you go to sleep in good spirits, gaining +2 to mind survival checks for nightmares, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Contemplation. You might decide to contemplate something, maybe the path that you're taking. You can make a skill check to be able to do that. If you do succeed at the knowledge skill check, I can give you some piece of useful information as you've taken time to contemplate this. You can take time to socialize with each other, especially if you have NPCs in your party, which you don't now. That could be something good.
Belbin
to be
is.
able
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Belbin's your NPC today. Ritual prayer, recovering stamina through ritual prayer you can do, so that's a 2-hour action.
Stamina or mana?
Mana. Foraging, you can go and roll from the foraging table to find medicinal herbs to be able to use. You can do things like hunting or fishing to be able to supply food. You guys are all medium-sized creatures, so in the day, I'm saying for tonight you don't have to eat because I'm assuming you ate back in Takai Town. But it's
Oh
going
yeah,
to
we had
be
a wonderful breakfast.
yeah. So it's going to be you have to eat at least a pound of food per day in order to do that.
Okay.
Hunting, you can do that. You can do mining. There's not really any places to mine around here, so that's kind of out of the question.
Shucks.
Mending, you can repair gear, do that kind of stuff. You can eat your meal. That's fine. If you want to, you don't have to eat. That's fine too. You can use any kind of traits that you have that are pertain to this. And then when you decide to go to sleep, you can decide to do that and take turns keeping watch.
I will pull out my trusty hand harp, and start plucking away a nice little song. It's been a while since we've been on the road. This is actually kind of
On the road
exciting, and I
game.
start
Would
just playing
anyone
some relaxed
like
music.
me to lead a ritual prayer? I can do it. It only takes an hour.
Can I do that first, enjoying that, or do I have to play for the entire 2 hours?
No, you can split between those.
Sweet, I'll do that.
I'm gonna.
I'll take that up with you, Luxalia.
Okay.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, Thordane.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go hunting,
Okay, absolutely.
and so if I go hunting and get something, is that like meat that we can have in our packs
Yep,
for
meat
later?
that you can store with yourself to be able to have for a later date. Do you want to do that first before we do any of that other? You want to do that, Thordane?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you make a first. I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me as you track.
5.
5. Okay. And then on top of that, I'm going to have you make a stealth skill check for me.
11.
11. As you've made your way through the jungle, you haven't seen too much big game to be able to have. Although one thing that you did notice is you saw what looked to be a crab that has made its way, just kind of crawling through the underbrush. You're able to get that, so you bring back 1 pound of meat for the party. All right.
Cool.
Prayer. So everybody who is going to participate in prayer, I'm going to have you make piety skill checks for me.
It doesn't necessarily matter for me, Luxalia. I didn't use any mana, but I'll join you along otherwise.
What are the bonuses that you get, Luxalia, for this?
Yeah. So during periods of rest, calling each player who makes a food offering gains a heightened state of prayer and piety. All who participate gain advantage on their piety checks for prayer, and on a success gain 1d6 additional mana recovered. On a critical success, the player or ally remove -2 points of misery.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll piety skill checks, Yuki and Luxalia.
I'm not offering any food.
With
I
emboldened.
apologize. My stomach is quite hungry right now.
How dare you? No, that's fine.
But I believe. But I'll join you just for the
All
fun
right, so
of it.
you don't get emboldened, Luxalia or Yuki on yours.
That's fine. I
Whoever
got
doesn't offer food
a-
doesn't get emboldened.
I got 12.
Okay.
I got a 17.
All right, you both heal. Yeah. However, so it's 1 times your faith modifier. You heal that many points of mana. And then additionally 1d6 plus what? It's just 1d6.
Yeah.
Okay, plus an additional
so.
d6. So.
I focus really hard, or Yuki focuses really hard on her prayer and feels no different afterwards as far as mana recovery. And like, you know what? That was great prayer. That
It
was
was
great
great.
prayer.
Prayer is not always about getting good feelings from it. Dang it.
If only that was stamina, I would feel a little bit better, but
And then what are you going to do, Yuki, for the evening?
Oh, I'm just gonna play my instrument for everyone. So, people roll a DC 10 plus 2, or that's
No one has any weariness right now, so everyone
Okay.
make charm skill checks. Everybody, including Thordan.
That's a 4.
And Belbin, I guess. Oh,
11.
16 for Belbin.
17 for Yuki.
All right.
7.
Nice.
Everybody gains +1 to mind survival checks if you somehow encounter nightmares tonight.
Nice.
So
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna have everybody. Anything else before?
I'm gonna try to make some iron ore into an iron bar.
Okay, go ahead and do your appropriate check for that.
Whoa,
Um,
Zil, do you carry a blacksmithing
17.
forge with you all the time?
Yes.
Yes.
It's called
Crazy.
a campfire.
It's crazy.
Campfire
17.
smithing. 17.
That is very much a success.
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's a 6 to pass.
Yes. All right, great. So you're able to do that. You guys make your way into bed. What is your watch for the night?
I'll take the first one. Since I'm playing the instrument, I'll just continue to play to myself.
Okay. So you guys all settle in for a nice nap.
Do I do anything as like the hearth maker at this point to make it nice and cozy?
So basically, what you technically do is anything that you do during your rest action, you get an additional +1 to whatever your roll is.
Oh, nice.
So you pass clearly with your prayer, so you
Cool.
get that. And that extends, like, because you're the one that was performing the action, that technically extends to everyone, but Yuki also passed. So,
Wow, 13. Great.
Nice. Such
yeah,
good prayer.
you guys are good. But you guys make your way into your sleeping bags. There's not really enough room to pitch tents, but that's fine. You guys make your way into your sleeping bags and begin to sleep as Yuki begins to keep the first watch. Yuki, I'm going to have you, about an hour passes, make a focus skill check for me. About +1 because you are the watchman.
Okay, that's a 12.
12?
Mhm.
You observe around, and one thing that you do see is everyone seems to be sleeping relatively peaceful. The fire's begun to die down just slightly. It's become smokier for sure. However, what you do notice is the sounds of the bugs seem to be going away a little bit. And at this
I have a little bit of solace from that.
yeah, and at this point you can hear kind of like a little trickle through the canopy as some rain is making its way, and at this point too the rain has begun to cease to some degree as well.
Nice. I play
Uh,
a little ditty just quietly to myself on my hand harp. Very reminiscent of a song I learned from my Draken folk back in Flamongolith. It goes a little bit like do 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 do.
don't do that, it'll make it rain.
No. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. It's like how you play the sun song to make it day, but you also can play it to make it night. It's good.
Of course, Mochiro. Of course. All right, great. So the first hour passes, and then the second hour passes pretty easily. Who's next watch?
Well, Belbin's a watchman, so I think he should take it.
Okay.
I wake up his cranky butt.
Yeah.
Your turn, old man.
Yeah. He goes and he plops himself down kind of like on the tree trunk, and he's kind of like picking at his nails and like fixing, like polishing his knuckles as he is just like looking out into the wilderness. This is something coming from the Roku Horn. He's not used to a lot of jungles or like anything like that, especially because he hasn't spent a lot of his life doing this. But he's gonna go ahead and make his wisdom skill check, and that is going to be a 10. He looks and doesn't notice a whole lot other than like a few rustlings in the distance. He does start to hear some like chittering in the distance as well. Something that he has that you guys haven't heard, and it seems like it's something relatively big, but it seems far enough away to where it's not much of a problem. He's going to go ahead and go back to sleep. Who's the next watch?
Thordane, you don't need to sleep all that much.
I can take it.
Okay. Thordane gets up. At this point, it is getting a little bit into the night. And Thordane, with his elf eyes, continue to scan the jungle as is. And I would say, even Thordane, you begin to wander around the campsite a little bit to see if there's anything of importance. I'm going to have you make a focus skill check for me as well. Oh, Thordane's gone. He's vanished.
Thordane, no!
He got eaten by the jungle.
Oh
Ah!
Oh, his
We'll never
cursor
know.
is there.
We'll never know.
Oh man,
It's okay. I'm just having some good nighttime snoozes. It's all good.
I see
I know
his
none the
cursor.
wiser.
His cursor's moving around.
Oh god, it's the same thing that happened to Belbin. Watch, he didn't have his computer plugged in.
Oh
It
yeah.
died.
We also gained emboldened on that prayer because of my natural alter ability.
15.
I nailed that prayer.
Nice. Well, maybe we'll have someone else take a rest if that's the case, or take a watch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
20.
Oh, he's back.
Good.
He's
Oh,
back.
oh, oh. Thordane.
He came
Oh,
back
you
from
see.
his scouting mission.
Can you
Yeah,
We
can
can hear you.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and see.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
We're
My
good.
computer just Wi-Fi.
Nice.
Okay, I missed all of that. What did I do?
Make a focus skill check for me.
Focus. Skill check. Ooh, natural 16.
Nat 16.
20. total.
Thordane is
Yeah.
freaking owning the Nat 16s.
You pick up you wander a little bit back to the original location, and you actually have picked up on the trail again. It seems that the person who was escaping attempted at this point to cover their tracks, and by doing that, you can actually see it with kind of the help of the rain itself. You see that they have skirted in an opposite direction. They are now headed due west. As you guys were pursuing north, they have started moving west, so towards the area of the tree. So, there you go. And nothing out of the ordinary as far as that goes. Who wants to take the next watch? One more watch before morning.
Yeah, sure do.
I got it.
Okay. So
All he needs are beauty rest.
True.
Thordane goes down to sleep as well, and Zil, go ahead and make your roll.
What am I adding?
So focus skill check.
17.
17. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. It's pretty good. One thing that you do see is Luxalia has begun to stir a little bit in her sleep. Something seems not necessarily wrong, but she's beginning to mutter a little bit in her sleep. As exactly, something like that.
Like a dog twitching.
She's
She's part
casting a
Glyven,
spell.
right? Or she is a Glyven, right?
Kind of poker a little bit.
Luxalia, make a wisdom skill check for me at with struggle.
Wisdom. With struggle.
So minus
Which
two.
minus
to the,
2, right? Yeah.
Yep, minus 2 to the roll.
Alright, so 10 plus wisdom, you said? Plus 3. 13!
13. You kind of like wake up a little bit, and you're just like, oh, what's going on?
Hey, Zil.
You okay?
Yeah, are you okay? Am I okay?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Luxalia, you are having magnificent dreams. That prayer session not only enkindled your spirit during the evening, but during your sleep, you were actually exceedingly well maintained, especially after listening to Yuki and her song. This is something that you feel very renewed by this. So
I
that's
put
it.
a hand on Zil's cheek and I say, Zil, I've never been better.
6 months ago, that would have been really weird.
It still kind
Or-
of is. But
Now it's only
That's okay.
slightly weird. He just does this kind of thinking.
Yeah, no,
of
I was
something,
just having
he
a
just
great
does
dream.
this kind of stuff.
you know, it's a good dream.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was there
Good
gumdrop
prayer.
buttons?
Basically, Omnia came to me himself in my dreams and was like, "I love you, Luxalia," and I'm like, "Heck yeah, you do. I love you too." And then Amaterasu was there, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, we're best friends," and I'm like, "Yeah, we are." And it was pretty great.
Was Irene there as well? Oh, I'm not
Backs
awake.
away slowly.
Well, of course.
Zill's
all
a
my
little,
best
little
friends were-
sketched out. Backs away
Best
slowly.
part was Belbin wasn't there.
Now we're
You
talking.
hear a. He's like just like some scratching, and then just like he like stretches out, and it's just like.
Now we're talking. I like the sound of this dream.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. Well, great. Yeah, the rest of your time passes, and dawn is breaking at this point. You can tell a little bit. Like there's some like streams of light that have made their way through, but yeah, definitely it's not dark enough to where you'll need torches. You can. It's relatively dim light, but it's light at this point. So.
Do we recover anything from a night's sleep?
You completely recover your stamina and whatever HP, basically your health dice, whatever that value is. You get that every time that you go. So
I have 2d12 health dice, and I'm missing 9 HP, and I didn't get back full.
rough.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. Oh wait, I roll extra health dice, I think.
Yeah, 1d6.
Or is that later?
No, it's 1d6.
Yeah.
I think it's 1d6 per dice that you roll.
Now we're full.
Okay.
I think. Wait, no, I don't think we are. Yeah, we are. We're good. We're
Okay.
good. I can math.
So everybody fully recovers their stamina after the restful sleep. So you wake up. Thorning, what did you find after you were sleeping?
What did I find?
The trail. The trail going due
Trail.
west.
I found this trail going due west. Is it clear? Like how? Like I'm like, I can definitely see it. The rain didn't wash it away at all. Or
Oh yeah, no. Actually, the
just
rain helped because it was relatively. You could tell you attempted to obscure the trail by like moving things like in front, like and then it just kind of the rain took away some of the loose debris, and now there's like this new relative path that is opened going due west. So
Gotcha. Well, we can continue on our tracking if you guys are all ready to go.
Oh, I was born ready, Thordane. Let's get going.
All
I can
right.
sleep.
all
So I
right,
begin to lead them down the path.
sweet. At this point, Zill, I'm gonna have you make your first progress check. So that's going to
Okay.
be a knowledge skill check for me
No. Oh no.
at +1.
Zill is not smart. Nat 1.
Oh no!
Ah!
Yeah, you continue to watch, and because of the rain, not only has it helped you find the path, but it's also begun to obscure the path for you. You begin to look around, seemingly walking around in circles for hours. Everyone in the party gains 1 point of weariness.
Oh
Zill,
no.
I thought you were
Sorry.
supposed to lead us to where we're going.
So did I.
You do eventually pick back up onto the trail, but at this point, it's starting to become evening again. You could tell that the buzz of the insects are coming back at this point, and as the night begins to fall on the island.
Thordane, did you find anything? Did you find the dude we're chasing? Any traces? Any signs of him?
Do you want to go ahead and make a scouting
Right.
check? Attempt to track whatever's going on here, Thordane?
Scouting.
Because basically this whole time, Zill's been leading you around in circles. No, Not, I mean, you've made some progress, but you're all pretty worn out and exhausted by this travel in and of itself. So.
Wait, scouting check. How do I would?
Oh, so like by doing that, if you want to do that, I just tell you to make specific skill checks. Is there anything that you want to specifically look for to help?
Well, I mean, because I hit the guy with an arrow, right? So
Yes,
can I look for
did.
traces of blood?
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead
Good question.
and make a knowledge check with advantage. Or not advantage, with emboldened.
Okay.
As he's
15.
doing this, since I'm a watchman, I don't. There's not a lot that I can do, but can I keep an eye out and see if I see any of from the noises that I was hearing the night before? Any other signs of those?
Make a focus skill check for me. What did you roll, Thornton?
15.
15. Yeah, you actually start. You've picked up on some spattering of blood on some leaves, and that's actually because of that. Not only are you back on trail, but you've kind of picked up the pace in the general direction that you've gone. You've made your way ahead a little bit further into the jungle, still kind of relatively keeping an eye on where the party is. And as the sun begins to set almost completely at this point, you begin to smell the scent of fire. Somewhere in the relative area.
Okay, and I can't tell like from what direction. I can't see any smoke or flames or anything.
Seemingly in front of you, but yeah, you can at least smell smoke.
Okay.
I
So
got a 14.
Communicate
Fleet
that
Leader.
to the team.
Mm-hmm.
Should I have them wait back while I can pursue a little bit further and you guys hang back here and I'll see if I can find anything and I'll come back and report. How's that sound?
Just be careful.
Yuki, one thing as you've been like kind of just like wandering, as you guys have been wandering around and you've been checking your immediate vicinity, there is nothing that is seemingly in threat of ambushing you at this point. So,
Sounds good.
okay.
Thordane, if you do go off, just make sure that you're careful. We don't want you to getting lost in this forest. And I know without you, we're all gonna get lost, so just be careful.
I already did.
Thordane, so you're going to continue to kind of just follow your nose and the general direction. Again, you're a little bit more equipped to be in an environment like this than anyone else, even though it's more of a humid environment than what you're used to. You're used to picking up the scents, and as a ranger, tracking is something that is kind of second nature. While you're doing that, I'm going to have you make a dexterity skill check for me.
14.
14. You nimbly make your way through a lot of the underbrush, and the overgrowth at this point has actually begun to start thinning. You've started to see that there are trees that have very clear axe cuts in them, and some trees that have been completely hewn down to the ground. Stumps, something that you have not seen up until this point. It's thinning out, and at this point you do see some fire. You see a speck of fire a little bit through the trees, and you begin to hear voices as well. They are speaking Everspeech, so the common tongue, and it's like barely visible. You can tell that these individuals are there's a number of them.
But I can't tell how many. Like it's more than a couple.
It's more than a couple, yes.
Okay. And can I hear it all what they're saying?
Yeah, you continue to make your way a little bit closer. I'm going to have you make a stealth skill check for me at +1.
10.
10. You slowly creep your way through the brush. You do you make your way just close enough to where you're in earshot. You can actually see a good amount of what's going on. There's a relatively big fire in the center of this clearing, and it's actually pushed up against a giant rock face. These rocks pile up, I would say probably a good 30 to 40 feet, kind of like a boulder outcropping. And kind of defended on all sides. There are a number of sleeping bags, a big table with all kinds of barrels, and from what you can see, there is about 18-ish individuals that are in this makeshift camp. At the far end of the camp, you see there is a door that is like leading into what looks like a cave, and there's a small light from inside that cave as well. But they are keeping relatively good watch on the surrounding area, while about half of them are drinking merrily by the fire and telling some kind of jokes. One thing that you do catch is the name Duluth. They mentioned something about, geez, I can't believe he's not back yet. That's what Captain does, getting greedy and going to find treasure himself. It's gonna be the death of us all, especially because we can't talk to him. And it's kind of like this ambiguous him that everybody seems to kind of shudder at by just the mention of that. That's what you notice.
All right. Well, I don't think that I should go any further and risk being noticed, so I'm going to creep back to the party and relay all that information to them. So apparently Duluth belongs to this group.
Oh, maybe it's his trading company that he owns.
I
Isn't
hope
it
he doesn't get
strange
his
vibe?
armpit licked by a moose.
Oh boy. I don't know how to respond
I don't
to
get
that.
good feelings about this group. They don't seem like traitors, or if they are traitors, there's something else nefarious that I feel.
And
is
one
going on.
thing, Thordane, that you also noticed on top of that is all of them were armed. They were armed with swords, broadswords, and additionally crossbows.
Yeah.
Duluth. I feel like I've heard that name before. Where did that come from?
He was the people watcher we ran into on the beach.
Oh, of course.
He didn't
Did he
seem like he was a trouble causer. He just seemed very aloof and wasn't able to cause trouble. So now I'm very.
Did he look like a lumberjack? I
You
don't
were
remember.
there.
I know. Do I remember if he looked like a lumberjack?
No.
I also don't remember.
Thinking of a different guy.
I mean,
Guy who gets his
he
armpits
knows,
licked by
he
moose.
knows us two. We had a pretty friendly conversation. We could just,
Yeah, we could try to go in
ourselves-
peacefully.
yeah.
So maybe some of us
Should
hide in
we-
the back?
Yeah,
How
should
many
we
of them
go
did you
in
say,
peacefully
Brian?
in groups, like one or two of us go, and while the others, in case something goes wrong, we have backup, stay behind?
Me and Luxalia can go in first because we met him. He knows us, and we can let him know you guys are staying back, so it doesn't feel like we're trying to ambush him.
That's true, but I feel like Yuki's a lot better at talking to people.
Okay, I'll tag along, but I can't make any promises.
But Duluth isn't
Me
there,
and
though.
Yuki or Luxalia and Yuki should go talk to him. I think we shouldn't
Yeah.
have more than two.
I mean, Thordane's right. Duluth isn't there. At least that's what was reported, right? So,
Wait,
will
Duluth
he
isn't
actually
there?
believe us?
Wait,
Yeah, they
why do
don't
we
think
call it
Duluth is-
Duluth's camp then?
Well, because they said something about Duluth, but they're waiting for Duluth, and he's not back yet. And he's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
their
he's
leader.
their captain. Thordane just told us that he was the leader of them. And that ambiguous him that you mentioned. Who's that ambiguous him? Or them? Him? Them? I can't remember what he said, but
Don't know.
yeah.
It was. He's
Well,
Wow.
then I
mountain
think the ladies should go talk to them, because we have a gentle nature. And then all the guys will hide in the trees and then ambush
got-
them if we need.
Quite the charm, I should say.
I agree. I like this
boss.
plan.
Using the
Okay.
ladies as bait. Got it.
Let it be clear, it was their idea.
I am not an object.
We can
Thank
take care of
you.
ourselves, Thordane. Well, I appreciate it, but let's go. All right, Luxalia, come on.
Here I go.
Yeah. And how close are we to the camp? How far away were we from it?
You guys were about a good 10-minute walk from the camp.
Okay.
At this point.
Alright.
Hey, Yuki, should we do get help?
Get help. Yes, I think that's great idea.
Okay,
which
great.
which part will you play this time?
Well, you're a lot stronger than I am, I think, so I'll be the injured one.
Okay, all right, sounds
right.
great.
Oh my goodness.
All right, you guys walk your way up. How stealthy do you want to be while you're
Oh, we're
doing
not
this?
stealthy at all.
Okay.
I am limping. I'm injured.
All right, so I'm gonna have so Thordane, Zill, and Belbin. I want you all to make stealth skill checks for me.
Oh gosh, my armor gives me a -2, doesn't it?
Yep.
I'm rolling at -1.
But we're making a show of it. I don't know if that's gonna help at all. But Luxali and I are making a show of it.
Okay. At emboldened.
Sweet. You're welcome, Zil.
-1 and emboldened. This is gonna be fun. 12.
Belbin got an 11.
That's a lot.
7.
7.
Nice, Thordane.
You guys.
I was click-clack. Stealthier than Thordane.
you guys come trudging through the woods, through the jungle, and stumbling out into the middle of this outcropping. There's this fire going. Both Luxalia and Yuki stumble out, and immediately there's these men on a cliff that hold you at crossbow range.
Hey, stop it right there. What are you doing?
Oh, thank goodness there's civilization. We thought we were done for, isn't that right, Luxalia?
Help!
Go ahead and make a charm skill check for me, Yuki, and go ahead and make an influence skill check for me, Luxalia.
Alright.
Oh my goodness. I
Pretty
love
good. That would be a 19.
9.
9. Fortunately, Yuki's very persuasive way kind of makes you seem actually worse than you are. They shoulder their crossbows as you begin to enter towards the middle of the camp. Yuki almost dragging Luxalia along.
All right, state your business.
Well, we were walking through the forest. We actually ran into a man. We were at the festival that was happening. What's the festival called?
Celebration of Solstice.
Celebration of Solstice, and we met a very interesting fellow. I don't know, his name started with a D. I can't remember what it was exactly, but he said that he had some business to report regarding some treasure or something. And he sent us ahead. We didn't know where we were going. He just gave us a general direction. We were attacked, weren't we, Luxalia?
I think I'm seeing lights in the distance.
Oh, hold on there, Luxalia. Hold on.
I'll try.
I didn't know that Duluth was working with anybody.
Oh, that's it. And I say,
And then one of the men stands up and looks to the other one and is just like,
Hey, shut up. You're giving away our secrets. No secrets here. Tell us, what are two beautiful young ladies doing in this neck of the woods, days out journey? I know Duluth sent you, but we didn't know about any treasure until, well, he came back with a map.
Well, he didn't give us much information about it. However, the map from us was actually stolen by someone on our way here. We had the map in hand, but some guy with a red bandana and some very tall, I would say maybe about just over 2 meters, 6 foot tall kind of fella. He grabbed it from us, and then we were ambushed. We were ambushed by a bunch of mantises on the way here. And look, Salia, hang in there. I don't have anything on me.
Go ahead and make an influence skill check or a charm skill check with struggle.
With struggle? Alright, well. That's a -2, right?
Yeah,
Struggle?
-2 the roll.
Alright, that's a 14.
14.
We're struggling.
Going in and out here. Someone please help.
A few of the men seem
Blacking
really
out.
concerned about Luxalia, but the remainder of them, they begin to stand up and they begin kind of creeping towards you, hands on their weapons, almost licking their chops if they could. Well, I guess they could, but oh.
So it sounds like they're talking about the boss. Do you know anything about this treasure? That
All
the
we
boss
had
has
was
been
the map.
after?
All we had was the map was all. And it's so sad and so unfortunate. We were just trying to be helpful. And what do we get for our troubles? We get thrown to the mantises, and now we're just trying to get back to civilization and not die. And I start crying. You can start sobbing.
Help me!
They begin coming closer.
All right. Where did they get you?
They got me where it's inappropriate for men to see.
You hear that, boys? Let's never
If you
stop.
try to touch me, I'm still have enough energy to slap you.
Oh, you hear that, Buck? We got a rough one for you.
All right, and with the biggest one of the bunch, he comes up and he begins rolling his sleeves up.
Don't worry.
She's
I'm
a
a
dainty
medical
lady.
professional.
Take good care of her. And I hand her I hand Luxalia over.
I'm just looking at Thorin and I'm like,
Luxalia,
Don't worry, Luxalia.
Luxalia, I'm gonna have you make a mind survival check. This is going to be
While
a
this
face
is-
check.
While this is going on, can I
Yuki,
is it obvious? Is it obvious as far
Yuki,
as
you're gonna make a
Okay.
charisma survival check. This is also a face check.
Alright.
and I'm just looking at Thorin and I'm like, should we
22.
do something?
22.
Do I still have the +1 from my prayer? Or whatever? You said we had a +1 on mind? Check.
Oh, just for while you were sleeping.
Oh, gotcha. That's
Yeah.
gone now. Alright, 8!
8. Yuki, you gain 1 point of misery
Oh,
as you
misery.
handed over Luxalia to a
wait,
group
wait,
of
wait.
relatively villainous individuals.
I'm not done. I'm not done. This is part of the plan.
Okay.
Well
Well, at this point, Luxalia is being taken away by a burly-looking man back towards the cave entrance.
And I I'll say, take good care of her, and I'll make sure to take care of the rest of these men. And I shout over the back of my shoulder, "You boys!" And I take out my sword and I take out my broadsword and just stab the dude closest to me, right in the neck,
All right. Well, everybody, with the exception of Luxalia. Oh, Luxalia, by the way, you gain 1 point of misery.
I'm sorry, Luxalia.
Yeah, everyone except for Luxalia gains one attack action of surprise. Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Wait, except for me?
Yeah, you're currently being manhandled. You'll get you're like over like someone's shoulder, like burly man's shoulder. So you're currently restrained right now.
Okay, I'm stabbing him in the neck.
Well, it's not that guy. You're stabbing the closest person, which is not that guy.
That's good.
9.
I still have my crook, right?
13.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and write this down, guys.
What's the
Yeah,
deal,
you still have your
Luxalia?
crook. You still have all your stuff.
Alright.
Zill, was it 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 for me.
Okay. Okay.
14
Belvin
for me.
rolled a natural 1.
Dear Lord, Belvin, he doesn't
Is he
care.
even here today? Come on!
Sorry, Belvin. Okay. What else we got there? Let's
14.
Yuki. And for the sake of this, go ahead and roll initiative for me, Luxalia.
9!
Okay. let's go ahead and transition over to our battle screen.
First use of the battle screen. Heck yeah.
Let's go. Oh.
Transitions. Very fun.
Come on, please work. Technology. Oh! All right, let's go ahead.
Whoa!
So, Yuki, you currently are
Oh,
in
whoa,
the
we got new
center
little-
here.
I'm in there. I'm in the scuffle.
Yeah, you're
Look
you're,
at us.
you're in the center currently right now. Luxalia, you are currently back here behind this troop. Thordane, I'm gonna say you're placed up here. Zil, you're going to be hiding back behind here.
Okay.
And Belbin's going to be up kind of behind here. Okay? Go team, go. Battle.
Alright.
Commence.
All right, who's first?
Currently, I have to roll initiative for them.
Do I get a surprise attack? I'm shanking the dude.
Yeah, but I need I need to
Did
roll
we already
initiative
say
for
our initiative?
them. Was that?
Did we already say our initiative?
Yeah, we did. You said 11.
Oh, it's 13.
13.
13. I don't know how to do math.
Yeah, no, you said 13.
Okay, good. Good. Sorry. I was overcome with joy for the beauty of this battle screen.
It's
All right.
so nice. I'm so
Yeah, it's
excited.
super good. Let me fix this so it's more centered here.
Also, did we get new figures with the character arts that we have?
We do have new figures.
Yeah, so actually we'll do that real quick. We'll show everybody's new figures.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Hero Forge are
Oh.
pretty cool. They're more durable. So yeah,
That's still Hero Forge?
yep. This is still Hero Forge.
Oh wow.
Thordane?
Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're like Thordane. You got this. I believe in you. Climbing cliffs. Oh my goodness. Come on. How? Let's put you right here. All right, and then Belbin.
Wow.
Yuki.
Oh, it looks so good.
That is so cool.
And then Luxalia.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and begin. Starting with Yuki, you get the first attack.
Okay, so is it just a normal attack action is all it is for this one?
Correct, just one normal attack action.
alright.
I mean, you can
I'm
do
using-
whatever you want with your attack action, but
As I yell out, "Oh, merry man!" I take out my sword, and they're just the dudes are sitting there, and I just without even looking, just take it from my scabbard and just slash right across. Kind of
Alright,
aim
so
with
you
the
got
throat height.
you got two people. You got this group. So these are bandit troops. So you got this group, and then you got this group, kind of right behind you here.
Okay. I'm gonna do the one right in front of me because I'm. It's like a quick draw right out of my sheath, like whack, right
Alright.
at neck height.
Yep. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first one. That uses accuracy, right?
Correct. You're melee.
That would be a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Sweet. Ooh, damage! Heck yeah, I'm so excited. So my Damascus broadsword is a... Wait, what's the +7? Oh, it's not that. It's a 19 to hit. I'm sorry, it's a 19 to hit.
Yep. 19.
My bad.
Definitely hits.
1d10 plus 8 cutting damage. Nice. That's a 10, so 18 cutting damage.
Yeah, so you go ahead and you pretty much impale one of them, and he begins to kind of stagger backward into a group of another two as they kind of pick him up. Yeah, that.
And I smirk. Naughty, naughty boys.
Next, we have Zil.
Is this surprise
Will
round?
just disappeared.
Oh no, we lost Zill.
Is this surprise round?
Yeah, it's a surprise round. Well, while Zill is gone, we're gonna go ahead and jump to Thordane.
So Luxalia is currently still being carried by the dude, right?
Correct, in the back area here. You're
And
up
he
on
is-
these rocks technically.
Zill is back!
Is he in range for
Oh
me
yeah,
to hit? my-
definitely in range.
Okay.
There's a couple
Oh.
people who are kind of body blocking, but you can get a shot. If you want to make a shot specifically at that individual, it's going to be a struggle. However,
Just a -2 to
And
your roll.
what does that mean again?
that's a -2 to your hit roll.
Okay.
You can attempt to attack the
Okay,
people in
so-
front, but
Yeah, I'm still gonna. Well, I already said I was going to do it, and I rolled, so 10 for hit.
10 unfortunately is not going to hit.
Thick boys. Whew.
Yeah. They're bandit troops, so they're a little bit more. This is technically in the grand scheme of this adventure, a low-level encounter, but I had to up the level of the encounter. So you guys get bandit troops as opposed to bandits. Just normal bandits.
No problem. We can
Yes.
take them.
They're a little bit tougher. No, that does not hit. Do you have anything else to do with your support? You have 2 support actions, Thordane.
Oh, let's see.
Oh no, you just get the 1 free attack. Sorry. Next.
Oh, yeah.
Next is Zill. Okay, so Zill, you're right here.
So can I move at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to run in as fast as I can. I think I have
What's-
35 feet.
35.
Yeah.
Yep. You get right
And
up
we're-
in close combat there.
We're swinging.
All right, go ahead and make it 1 attack roll.
Say hello to my merry man.
That's an at 16.
Yeah, that's gonna hit with critical. So critical damage is the maximum damage that you can roll in this, basically. So it's not like
Okay.
double or anything. It's just the maximum damage you could possibly do rolling.
So that's 8 plus 8 plus 6 is 22. And that's 2 stamina.
Yeah, you smack him pretty good. Yeah, make sure to consume stamina. Keep track of all of that as you're going with your weapons.
Durability
And
as well.
hits and misses, right?
Yeah, hits and misses as well. To kind of calculate at the very end. Great. And so next is going to be Belbin. He's going to go ahead and climb up here. He's got his climbing speed.
Oh, right.
And he's going to do like a jumping strike at this group of bandits that are right here by the sleeping bags. He just starts tearing into them. He also got a nat 16, which is going to hit pretty hard, and he's going to deal. What's his damage here? $19 points of impact damage. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's more than I
So,
did, and I got a
nine-
max damage.
Yeah, 19 points of impact damage as he just begins boom, 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 pummeling them to a pulp, fighting 3 of them at once. Awesome. So we are at the top of the round. In the top of the round, it is the bandits who have their roll.
Oh
we have
boy!
Do we have to roll enmity?
Oh yeah, roll enmity. Okay, that's another new thing. So everybody is going to roll a D8 for me. D8.
Yeah, this is gonna
Yeah,
be
a
good.
D8. If you are an attacker character, you are going to subtract, it's just basically a 0, so D8. And then you can add your influence modifier and subtract your charm modifier. Same thing if you are a supporter character. So Thordane and Luxalia, it's a D8. Add your influence, subtract your charm. That's going to be your starting. And because you're a supporter, you get a -1, an additional -1 to your roll. Yuki, you get a +0 to your roll, same with Belbin, and you get a +2 Zill to your roll.
14.
Question: since I hit the dude in my surprise round, what does that give me as far as extra?
What do you mean?
Plus, so I hit the dude in the previous round. So how do I calculate that?
It doesn't calculate go in for your beginning.
Okay,
It's every 10 points of
right.
damage, but it doesn't
Nice.
go into effect at the beginning. So.
Cool. All right, sounds good.
Cool. All right, so everybody is going to go ahead and give me what is your starting enmity? So what was everybody's roll? So
0 for you.
Zill was what? What was yours? So 14.
14.
14. You have 2 enmity. You begin
Let's
with 2 enmity.
go. Is that something you want us to keep track of?
Yes, please. Actually, I'll keep track of it too. Okay, Luxalia, what was your final roll? So it's
-5.
Dang, son.
okay, yeah, so 0 enmity. Yuki.
I'm about
0.
to get smacked.
Alright. 0 enmity. Thordane.
Well, I rolled a natural 1.
Good.
Okay, and then so you add natural 1 plus your influence modifier.
And
Minus
then
your
subtract
charm.
So 0.
And then an additional -1, so that's -1. So Thordane you get
Negative.
0.
Yeah, -1.
And then Belbin gets. I have to roll for him. He's got a 9. So
He's punching dudes.
he is going to have a +1. Okay, so enmity determined. It'll get easier as we figure it out. But at the top of every round, we re-roll enmity, and then we increase or decrease based on that. So, okay, these guys are going to go ahead and attack. So currently, they're not provoked by anybody, with the exception of the ones that just like attack. So these guys are going to go ahead and start. They're going to pull out crossbows and fire at Thordane. So the first attack. The first crossbow is going to be against your defense value, so your DV, and that is going to be a 16, which hits, and they're going to take from you 14 points. So that's the first attack. So the first attack, second attack is a 19 to hit.
Oh my gosh.
Dropping dice, and they're going to take 6 points of cutting damage, and then the third one, Thordane, is going to be a natural 1 miss. These guys are going to pull out their swords, and they're going to be coming in towards Yuki here. First one's going to go ahead and make a melee attack.
Yep.
And that is going to be a 16 to hit.
Yep, that hits. Yep.
And they're going to be taking 8 points of cutting damage. Second attack.
Aye.
That is going to be a 15 to hit. And they're going to
Yeah, that's
take
it.
10 points of cutting damage. And the last one is going to be a 13 to hit. And
Yeah, it hits.
they're going to take 7 points of cutting damage.
Oh boy, ouch. Okay.
And then this group, currently,
How much
I'm gonna
is
say they're currently grappling Luxalia. So they get 2 attacks on you, Yuki.
Okay.
The first one is going to be 8.
That misses.
And the second one
Misses.
is going to be a 7.
That misses.
These guys are going to pull out the crossbows. They're going to go ahead and attempt to shoot you, Yuki.
Oh, nice.
Man! Yeah, that's going to be a 9.
That misses.
A 12.
That hits.
And they're going to take 9 points of cutting damage. And then the third attack, as they fire their crossbow, is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And then they're going to take 15 points of cutting damage.
Oh my god!
Did you say 15?
I'm bleeding. I'm at 33.
Hold on.
HP.
Am I within 10 feet of Yuki?
Yes.
I'm gonna use cover.
Okay.
I don't know what that does.
So I take the damage instead, and I take it at half.
All of it?
Yeah.
All of it. Oh no, just
Oh
that
my
one.
God.
Just
attack.
that last.
Okay, the 15. Okay, just the 15.
Just the
All right.
15. And do
Thank
you round
God.
up or down? My pencil.
Oh, it's gonna be round up.
Okay, so I take 8.
Yep.
I'm not bleeding now. Thank goodness. Thank God. Thank God.
I'm like, I'm waiting for the biggest hit.
These guys are gonna go ahead and attack Zil. So the first hit
so
is
I just
going
use-
to be a 12. Does that hit for your defense value
No.
for the swords?
No.
Second hit is going to be a 9. Is that going to hit? Obviously
Nope.
not. And then the third one is going to be a 14. Does that hit?
That's at it, so yes.
Okay. And they're going to go ahead and take 8 points of cutting damage.
Ow.
Yes.
And if it's at it, that doesn't do anything durability-wise, right?
Correct. So I actually changed it a little bit, and actually that's a lie. Every time you're hit, it's 1 durability, and every time it misses, it just is nothing. It just is easier to track. So anything that
and
hits
that's
is -1 to your armor. Anything that misses is -0.
And is that the same for weapons as well?
Correct. So it's just kind of easy to keep track of, like how many hits, how many misses. And
Wait,
then
so every time you miss with your weapon, it's 1 durability?
No, every time you
correct.
hit with your
No, every time you miss with your weapon, it's 1 durability. Every time you hit, it doesn't cost durability on your weapon.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Then the last guy's going to attack Belvin. The first one hits at a 19, and that's going to be 5 points of damage. The next one is going to hit at a 14, and that is going to be 8 points of cutting damage. And the third one is going to miss at a natural 1. Great. All right, that's their turn in combat. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go to Yuki.
Oh, I'm pissed. Yuki just gritting her teeth, just pissed with the situation. Like, come on, I can roll the low enmity. She flexes with her support action. She's going to do Dance of the Sakura, so she's going to expend 5 mana to do that. And start doing her wonderful Dance of the Sakura.
Okay.
And I believe with the Dance of Sakura, since this is new to everyone, I'll just read it to everyone so they know what it's doing. So, Dance of the Sakura, this dance lasts 1 minute, and every time the player receives damage, they must roll a focus skill check, basically. If I fail it, then it fails. While the dance is in effect, the player gains immunity to bleeding status ailments, and the player's immunity drops by -1. So that's nice. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to just take out my second sword from and dual wield both of them, and I'm just going to go to town on the same group that I was hitting first.
Okay.
With the Forest Windblade, can I do that?
Yeah, you can. Forest
Okay, yeah.
Windblade, yeah, you do have that current trait in effect right now.
Yeah, so while the Dance of the Sakura is in effect, the player's equipped weapon becomes shrouded in Cutting Gust. While shrouded in this gust, the player's weapon attacks deal +1d8 earth damage. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Bonus
So,
damage.
I'm going to roll 2. The first one was a 22 hit.
So is dual. So remind me, dual wielding
Yeah.
is only if you hit the first attack, right?
Exactly. It's only if I hit the first attack. Yep.
All right, so what's
So the 20 for the first hit, and the
Yeah, that'll
second hit is a 8 plus 7, 15.
Yeah,
Is that right? 15? 15. Okay. So I get the wind damage with. Is it just one of my weapons or both of them?
Each weapon can do.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, that's nice. Okay, so the first one was 11 plus 1d8. 11 plus 2. So 11 slashing or cutting damage, and then 2 earth damage.
Okay.
And then the second one was the second one was 10 cutting and 4 earth.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it did. And then I can attack again. That's one attack. So
Yep. Second attack with your Damascus.
yes.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
So the next attack. Oh, I can only do it with with my first attack, dual wield, right?
Correct. Oh no.
Okay.
Every first attack that you do with it. So like,
Okay, cool.
for example, it doesn't continuously stack on your second attack. It's just
Cool.
like
So I don't.
you do get your dual wield on this attack.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
That one is a 12 to hit.
Okay.
Did that hit?
Yeah, that just hits.
Okay. All right. So my Damascus is 14 cutting plus 2 earth,
Okay.
and then the normal one is 18, or I'm sorry, 16 cutting plus 8 earth for the second.
At this point, you have just unleashed a fury of strikes against this group of bandits, and they have actually dropped Luxalia. So Luxalia, you are
Yo-ho!
on your back, but you are no longer restrained by them, and you've cut them up pretty good. They're all bleeding.
Ooh.
That's the last time you mess with this Draconus. Pissed off, just muscles throbbing.
Bleeding.
So for those who don't know what the bleeding status ailment does, essentially when a PC's maximum HP falls to half, rounded down, the player gains bleeding. Whenever the player is damaged by an attack, they must make a DC 10 Fortitude Survival check. On a failed check, they receive an additional, in their case, -2 hit points, unresisted bleeding damage.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's what bleeding does. Next is going to be Yuki. Zil.
I did it. Can I
I'm
run over
up.
to Luxalia? I'm sorry, I have movement still, don't I?
You do, but you're currently engaged in. Like,
Okay,
there's a
never mind.
blockade of dudes.
I'm good. Never mind.
I'm gonna attack the guy in front of me first of all. With
Okay.
My axe.
So there's technically 3 guys in front of you, Zil, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a troop.
it's all. Is it like the
It's a troop.
party tactics? Okay. That's a 20 to hit.
A 20 and 20 will definitely hit.
And I rolled max damage.
Nice.
So what was that? 22
22,
damage?
yeah.
My goodness.
Basically a crit, no big deal.
Yep. Yep. And then I'm going to.
Oh, and they are
I'm
now
gonna-
bleeding.
Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful. I'm gonna taunt the group that just dropped Luxalia.
Okay,
do
so
that?
this group. Okay.
Yeah. So I roll a influence check against them.
Yep. Yeah, contested influence.
Ooh, that's not good. 7.
They got a 9. So they are not
Dang it.
provoked.
Okay. Cool. That's
So
and then my-
Zil calls out, but they are just like they just witnessed Yuki just cut down like insane amounts of people. So yeah, they're.
And then
they're-
my second support action was cover, so I think that's.
Yep. Perfect. Next, we're gonna go ahead and jump to Luxalia.
Enkindled with fury, I
Stand
first-
up with half your movement.
and I pray, and I pray, Amaterasu protect us, and I use my support action to do Protector of Light
Okay.
for everyone within a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
Gains a shield, and then
Sweet.
I'm gonna be like, buy me dinner first, you jerk. And question for the Fate Weaver.
Yes.
Protector of Light. No. Sorry. Do these? If I do an AOE, do they just like, does it hit each one of them because they're in groups, or?
So basically, a one target attack hits whoever. AOE will hit like multiple groups. So, like for example, you have like if you did an attack that hit like these three, you're technically hitting 9 creatures, but 3 miniatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess like, do they all take damage separately, or?
No. So like each group takes separate damage. So 3, like I basically roll
Okay.
3 rolls for them.
Okay. Are there? I can kind of see, but are any like within? I get at basically a 10-foot. I'm gonna do what is it called? The pillar of light.
Yes. So you could technically do that to like this group right in front.
So I get basically
you could do it centered on you. You can hit these 2.
Well, because I get a 10-foot radius, so shouldn't that be like 20-foot circumference?
Diameter.
Diameter?
Yeah. So, but like you would have to like center it on like a certain point. So like you could center it.
Right,
on
right.
You, and then
That should be able to hit all 3 of them, though.
You could.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit all of them.
You can center it here and like hit these 3, or like you can like center it on him and hit these guys.
I'll hit those guys.
So these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, they make a piety check.
The first, so this group up here, they're gonna go ahead and they make a 12.
That it is a 12, is what
It's-
they
it's
have
a
to.
12.
So, yeah. So they save, I guess.
Okay. The second group got a 13, and
Okay.
this group 3.
Cool. So total, I am doing 13
Okay.
damage,
Then-
halved for the people who saved.
And then one group takes bleed damage.
Yes, and then this group right here takes bleed damage, an additional 2 bleed damage.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's light,
So 13.
elemental light. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
And actually, as you do that, this pillar of light, and it actually explodes upon the central group, and you kill all 3 of those.
Sweet.
You're the light of my world, Luxalia.
This
Thank you.
group, yeah, they go ahead and take. What was that?
I rolled
6
13
points.
total.
6 points of damage. Okay. And then these guys took the full 18. Perfect.
Cool. And then I'm gonna look around. Does anyone look injured on my group?
Oh boy,
Yuki's pretty hurt.
I'm wrecked,
Okay.
yo.
Then I'm gonna use mana mending on Yuki.
Oh, thank God.
And that is.
Thank Allah,
sorry,
Neo.
I'm still learning all
No,
the.
you're fine. We're all still
I think
learning.
right now for you it's 1d8 plus your piety plus an additional 1d4.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
that's correct. So 1d8, 1d4 is good. Okay. Yep. Oh, okay. Hold on. It rolled a bunch of 6s. So 4, 7 plus 5, so 12 points of healing.
All right,
thank you,
12 points of
Luxalia.
healing, and immediately this light aura begins to surround Yuki. He mending up some of her wounds in the process. Next, we're gonna go ahead and jump to Thordain.
Thank you, Luxalia.
So Thordain,
I
currently
needed that.
you are right here, and you are engaged in combat with this group of people. It doesn't matter. You can technically fire at anyone on the map, because you are up higher and you can see everyone. So
those dudes close to me, like I could still use my bow.
you
and
can
it
still
would
use
be
your
a
bow because
disadvantage.
you're 10 feet up, and they're technically 5 feet back as well. So
Okay.
yeah, you can
Well,
still
I'll
use your
target
bow.
them.
Okay.
I'll target them with my bow.
Okay.
Let's see here. 16, 16 hit.
16 will hit.
10 cutting damage.
All right, 10 points
And
of cutting.
along with that, I'm going to use the one with the wild art.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when landing a weapon attack, the player may spend a reflex support action to increase the weapon's damage roll by 1d10 up to maximum damage.
Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and expend that, and then add a d10 to whatever damage that is.
So 7 damage.
All right.
What did I say was the damage first?
10 was the first amount.
Okay, so 17 total. So that's one of my attack actions and support actions,
Okay.
and then I still have a second support action, right?
Correct.
So I'm gonna do bide.
Bite is a full turn action.
yeah, it's a
so you
full
have to
turn
spend your
action.
action.
Regain some stamina.
That's a full
Is
turn
it?
action, so
Oh,
you're unable
that's
to do
right.
that.
Turn action. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here.
You can heal yourself. You have if you have any potions or something on hand, or
Yeah, I'm gonna use a. How much does a simple potion restore?
A simple healing potion is going to restore you. Here.
Oh dear.
Simple
Sorry, I'm trying to
potion,
look it
simple
up.
potion.
Hi to all of you watching out there. We are still working out the kinks. This is our very first battle we've ever done with this
10
new
hit
system.
points. Just an flat 10 hit points.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right.
Focus.
Sweet. So that's Thordade's turn. Next, we're gonna go ahead and move to Belvin. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and continue to unleash fury on this group. His first attack is a natural 1, so he misses. His second attack is going to be a 17, which hits, and his damage is going to be 9 points of damage, and then those are his 2 attacks. Yeah, so 9 points of damage. Alright, cool. Next, we are at the bottom of the round. So at the top of the round, we're going to go ahead and re-roll enmity. Yes.
For the threat modifier,
Mm-hmm.
does the surprise round count towards that?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Nope, the surprise round does not count. Currently...
I got.
So again, it's a D8. Everybody roll your D8, add your influence, subtract charm unless you're Zil. And then for the following modifiers, add these. So for every missed attack against you, so anytime they miss attack, again, these are good things to keep track of. That's a +1. For every 10 points of damage that you dealt, that's a +1 to your roll. For each different enemy you attacked, that's a +1. For every 10 points healed to self or others, that's a +1. And then +1 if you're unconscious. -1 if you use a turn action. -2 if the player remains hidden for the whole turn.
Cool. Yuki has an 8.
Okay.
So this is.
Was that?
Sorry, go ahead.
So Yuki, you are 0 enmity.
So this is ridiculous. Zil rolled a 13. He rolled a 1.
Thank God, you're the tank.
Yep, that's how you built yourself. So you gain +1
love it.
enmities. So you're at +3.
3. Yeah. I love it. I'm like, I rolled a 1 and still go up in enmity. This is beautiful.
Alright.
Thank God. Thank Alumnia, we live to see this day.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Luxali, you are the light. You're
Belvin,
blind.
Yeah.
Belvin stays at +1.
So for everyone watching, fun fact about Zil, he cannot lose enmity. It is impossible for him to lose enmity.
Nice. Luxalia.
At least by the roll.
5.
5, so you stay at 0. And Thordain,
I rolled a 3.
a 3. Plus influence, minus charm, and then you did 17 points, so +1. And you healed yourself,
Oh,
so
wait.
+2.
Minus charm. I rolled a
So I'm
0.
at 1.
So you get a +2 to your roll after charm and influence is taken into account. So a D8 plus your influence minus your charm +2. Don't worry, guys. I'm kind of keeping track of all the damages. I'm vaguely, roughly.
Also for aggressor, if
Yes.
you only hit one person, is that still a +1?
Yeah, that's still +1.
Okay, good. Then I did that right. Cool.
Mhm. Oh, and I guess, yeah, +1 to everybody who hit someone with an attack. So, cool. All right.
Also, Yuki, how you doing HP wise?
I'm fine. I'm at 60, so
Oh, okay.
we're good.
Cool.
We are good.
Top of the round.
The heal helped.
Bandits are going.
Ah!
Yeah, so these guys
Come
are
at
going to go
me,
ahead
bandits.
and fire crossbows at Thordain. Do remember these guys also have stamina that they're using too. So they can't just constantly unleash attacks like over and over every single round. Just
Cool.
FYI. So they also have stamina that I'm tracking as well here. So Thordain, these guys are going to go ahead and crossbow you. The first one is going to be a 10, which does hit. So you're going to go ahead and
Take not. Oh wait, was he in the range of my thing? No.
No. You take 13 points of piercing damage. Second attack is going to miss you at an 8. And then third attack is going to hit you at a 18. And it's going to deal 20 points of piercing damage.
Oh my! How
Are
are
you
you
dead
doing,
yet?
Thordain?
Let's see here.
He
I
did
am
heal
at
last week.
28.
Oh, you are bleeding as well, so that's an additional -7 damage. Oh, actually, no. Roll a fortitude survival check for me.
Oh, Thordain. Those crossbows.
Oh, 18.
18? Okay,
Fortitude
you don't take the
survival check.
additional bonus damage.
Is
Yes,
Runic Rage a support action? 'Cause it doesn't
Ooh.
seem.
I believe so.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay, these guys are next. They're going to go ahead and continue to attack Yuki.
Oh, come at me.
Uh,
Feel this wrath of this dragon.
So the
Put 'em up.
first attack with swords. That's going to be an 18.
I didn't hear no bell. That hits.
False, because he has a shield.
Oh, that's
You're
right.
right.
I have a shield.
Shield explodes.
Bam!
What's the survival check?
12 piety. I
They rolled a
believe?
3.
Sweet. So he
Ooh,
takes
Yes.
1
1d10. Plus your elemental.
Yes. Plus 1d10. Hold on. Sorry. Where'd it go? Okay.
As he's doing this, I scoff at the dude who got hit by the light, and I say,
1d10.
"You have a hymn that you were talking about, but the hymn that we're talking about, Alomnia is stronger than you." And I smirk.
11 points of light damage.
Awesome. Yeah, so he strikes, and it just like it breaks against this like light shield, and the energy shatters, and then begins to pelt the group of the 3 of them as they are inflicted with light damage. Awesome. So that's going to be 11 points of that. It's the third attack roll. 19 to hit.
That hits.
I'm rolling real good, by the way.
It's okay.
That's going to be another 6 points of
Okay.
cutting damage.
That's not bad.
Next are going to be these guys. They have their crossbows, and they're going to be shooting Luxalia.
Cool.
So, first attack is going to be, so these are all defense.
Okay.
That is going to be a 17.
That hits, but they're gonna get hit by my shield.
Yep.
Or make the save at least.
They rolled a 12.
That just saves, yeah.
Okay. Second attack is going to be a 17,
Yeah.
which deals 15 points of cutting damage.
Okey-doke.
And the third attack is going to be a 9.
Yeah, that just hits.
Okay. And you're going to take 7 points of cutting damage.
Cool.
Next is going to be this group against Zil.
Bring it.
First attack with their broadswords is going to be 18.
Yep.
And that's going to take 12 points of cutting damage.
Okay.
Second attack is going to be 7.
Nope.
And third attack is going to be an 8.
Nope.
So just go right against Zil, just like blocking it with his armor. And then this last group is going to go ahead and attack Belden with a 5 missing, a 6 missing, and a 17 hitting, and they're going to take 10 points of cutting damage. All right.
Quick
Next
question.
is yes.
How's Belbin looking?
Belbin's looking pretty good. He's pretty good.
Okay.
He hasn't taken much.
How far away is Thordane from me? Sorry, whose turn is it? Am I jumping?
It is currently Yuki's turn.
Yuki's.
But
Sorry.
50 feet away from you.
Okay.
Currently. All right, Yuki, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to just smile and just say, "Oh, you picked the wrong group to assault." And I'm going to go to the group. The group that's closest to me is the one by Luxalia, I see, right?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to just go full throttle into them with just attacks. So, the first one is going to be a 13 to hit.
13 will hit.
Okay, so that gets the dual wielder ability. I can roll the other one. That one is going to be a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so my first attack is 4 plus 7, 11 cutting plus 1 earth. And then the second one is 11 cutting plus 1 earth, so the same. That's the first attack.
Okay.
And the next attack is going to be 5 plus 7. What is that? 12? 12? 12. 12. Wait, is that right? 7? Yeah, 12. Does that hit?
12 will hit. Just hit.
Okay. And then...
Remember to expend stamina as.
I
for
am,
each
yeah.
attack. Yeah.
I am, yeah. That one is 13 cutting
Okay.
plus 4 earth. And then the second one is... That is 9 plus 6. 15 cutting plus 6 earth.
As you continue to just swipe at these guys, each slice just cuts through them, each deeper than the last. With this vengeance and this glow in your eyes, you are able to slash them all down to the ground as they begin to bleed out of their wounds.
Ooh, nicely done.
Okay. I am going to let's see. Do I have any supports that I can do? Can I save my support action for a reflex if I need to?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm actually gonna move closer to the group that's harassing Thordane if I can.
Yeah, you can move the.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
move
tricky.
close.
So, what's your movement?
I got 30 movement for
You
mine.
can move here.
So. Yeah, I might not be able to make it right away, but he is struggling against them.
So, you're able to move it relatively closer.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
Next,
Cool, that is my turn.
Zill.
Is the one attacking Thordane within 30 feet of me?
They're 35 feet and they're at half cover.
I don't think cover would matter in this case.
Okay.
What happens if I walk away from the guy I'm attacking?
You could take a step back. There's no
Okay.
opportunity attacks unless there's a specific tree.
Can I attack him and then take a step back?
Yep.
Cool, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
18.
18 will hit.
9 plus 15 damage.
Okay.
15. And I hit with my axe. So then I'm gonna step. Is there any way I can step so that every enemy is within 30 feet of me? I
Oh,
think
boy.
there is, but I might not be able to get the far two, but that's the goal.
So if you moved into the middle of the fire, yes. If you moved here, you get them, but you don't get him. But if you move here, you get all these as you don't get him.
Okay, we'll leave. We'll move the one to get the one by Thordane.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use Runic Rage.
All right.
So everyone within 30 feet needs to make a DC 13 Charisma Survival check.
All right. So these guys will go first. Oh, Thordane fell off a cliff. Sorry. You said 13?
Yeah.
These guys got a 14.
Dang it.
Second group, which is this guy, got a 8. And then the third group, which is that guy, got a 6.
So I now have their attention. They cannot attempt to change targets for the next 20 seconds.
Okay.
I go up 1 enmity because I got 2 or more.
Yep.
And then as my second support action, I'm going to taunt the guys attacking.
So
Thordane.
contested influence check.
Yeah. 15.
15. So at this point, it's the overall charisma score. So they have an 11.
And I have a 10.
Okay, so they're gonna
Yeah.
ignore.
So close.
Goodness gracious, Zill. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
I'm like rolling crazy high, guys. Like it's rare that I'm rolling above below a 10.
Oh.
Yeah, we
man.
can feel it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying, Thordane.
No.
Melvin's fine.
All right.
That's my turn.
Next is going to be Luxalia. Oh no,
Cool.
that's yeah, Luxalia is next.
Cool.
Back
I'm
here.
at 4 enmity now, by the way. Does it go up immediately from that art, or
What was
does
that?
it go up? So it says if you gain the attention of 2 or more creatures, their enmity increases by 1. That means mine. Yeah, mine.
yours
My
is.
enmity.
Yep.
So does it go up right away, or
Yeah,
up around?
immediately. It's an immediate.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm at 4,
Yep.
and that's
Okay.
max, right?
Yep. That's maximum.
I'm gonna step 5 feet towards Thordane,
Okay.
and I will start with healing, mana mending on him.
Okay.
For for 16 points of healing.
All right. So Thordane, you heal 16.
It's pretty good.
And
Pretty
then I am going to use I'm gonna use the Pillar of Light, and get the guys around Belbin.
Okay. So these two.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they make a Piety.
So these guys first. The closer ones are going to have it roll an 8.
Okay, they fail.
And then these guys are going to roll a 4.
Okay, both fail. Oh, that was so sad. That was such a bad roll. 6 points of damage each. Light damage, and then. Oh, why not? I'm gonna heal Thordane again.
Okay.
Mana mending. So that's another 16 points.
Okay. 16 points. So that is a pretty intense. Yeah. Okay. Next is going to be Thordane. Speaking of the healed man. All right.
I feel invigorated. I'm gonna just continue to try to knock those guys that I'm close to.
Okay.
So I'll use my longbow again. For a 15 hit.
A 15 will hit.
Okay. Oh. And then 8 damage.
Yeah, you just continue to fire arrows into them as they are just firing arrows right back at you. It's kind of like this close distance, ranged attack. All right, cool. Thordane, do you have any support actions you want to use?
I don't know. What? So I have so the support actions can be the arts or the traits.
Traits
right.
will sometimes use support actions, mostly arts, and then there's other things like using items and that kind of stuff. Also, they count as your reflex support action. You only get one reflex support action per turn, but that counts as an unused support action, essentially. And those are just immediately you can activate them. Think of them as reflex, or reactions in D&D.
Okay.
Does that reset at the top of the round or on your turn?
At the top of the round.
Okay, thank
you. Maybe you know what? I think I'll move closer to Zill.
Okay.
That way.
Nice idea.
That way I can actually use cover if you get hit.
Okay, guys, because you all have weariness, I just remembered this. You have 1 stack of weariness. Skill checks are made with struggle, and then healing from health dice is reduced by half of the rolled value. So that's health dice,
right.
not healing. So, overnight, that's health dice.
Okay.
How do you get rid of weariness?
You have to sleep for 12 hours.
I have stuff that can get rid of it, so you don't need to sleep.
Yeah, and I think
It's fine.
Thordane does too. But
I have nothing.
It's up to you guys. But anyway, so where are you moving, Thordane?
Closer to Zill.
So you're going to be climbing down, because you don't have a climbing speed. That's going to be half your speed. And what's your total speed? Walking?
I have a climbing speed of 15.
Oh, okay. So climbing speed of 15. So that's 15 feet? Or 10 feet, and then
my
what's the rest
walking. 55 walking.
Oh my gosh.
Be fast.
You're right next to
me,
Zill,
sitting
too.
at 30.
Do you want to move any further, or do you want to stay there?
I'll stay there for now.
Okay, cool. Next we have Belbin. Alright, so his first attack, obviously he's going to just continue to punch. First attack is going to be a 19 to hit, and he will be doing 16 points of impact damage. And his second attack is going to be a 20 to hit, and that is going to be 9 points of impact damage. But as he goes, he kind of jumps off a rock and just aerial punches the last guy in the face. And the three of them are laid out against the rocks.
Oh,
Group is
nice.
down. Awesome. And I believe that is the bottom of the round. So we're going to be determining enmity for the next round. So again,
I stay at 4.
so yeah, Zill doesn't matter. He just stays at 4. So 1d8 plus your influence modifier minus your charm modifier.
Got a 9 total.
A 9 total. You gain 1 enmity.
All right, sweet.
3.
Okay, you stay at 0. How many points does that count? The number of points of healing that you did?
Yeah, so that was +3 for 30 plus, and then plus another one for 12 damage that I did. So +4. My charm is +4.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
canceled it out, and then I rolled a 3.
Perfect.
Is there any way for us to mark our enmity on our sheets?
No, just kind of if
Okay.
you have scratch paper, that's a good place
Yeah,
to keep
I do.
track of it.
Okay.
And then Thordane, you attacked for 8, so you don't get a plus for that. And I don't think you healed, so it's just plus and plus your influence and minus your charm.
So 6.
+1 for hitting someone, right?
6. Yeah, and then +1 for hitting, so 7, which is still a 0.
7.
So you're at 0. Still. All right, I think that's enmity. Again, this should be relatively quick if you guys keep track of stuff. It is going to be the bandits' turn, and all of my bandits are going to have to perform bite actions.
And you know what? Yuki's gonna see them doing their bite action and taking a break, and I'm actually gonna take. Yuki's gonna take a seat at the table next to him. Like, oh, I think I'll join you guys. Grab a chicken leg that's just there on the picnic table and just bide for a turn as I'm eating. So.
That is fantastic.
So basically, it's just like 10 seconds of rest without attacking.
Yeah. I'm just eating. Just taking a breather.
That is
Okay.
hilarious.
I'm winded.
Well, that's what they're all doing. So they're healed up somewhat.
Oh, nice.
So Yuki, you're doing that. Next is Luxalia. Remember, Luxalia, you still have a group of bandits.
Not
up above
Zilla.
you.
Zill?
Oh, sorry, Zill.
Zill?
Zill, yeah.
Can I get to the one that Thordane was attacking? Like, kind of behind him? So between Yuki and them?
Yeah.
Cool. I want to do that.
Oh, hey, well, how's it going? Do you want a chicken wing?
High five! High five on the way by. And then I'm gonna attack them with my axe. Let me move my stamina before I forget. Here we go. 14.
All right, 14 will hit.
Okay, I lost my other dice. Okay. 8 plus 6 is 14 damage.
All right, 14 damage.
And then I am going to. Can I taunt the one past Luxalia?
Yeah, he's within earshot.
We're gonna taunt him.
All right.
Come on, roll well. 13.
19.
Dang it.
Yeah, I got a nat 16. So.
Oh, very good. And then I'm just gonna hold my other support action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next is Luxalia.
Does attacking someone get their attention?
It does if you have the highest enmity.
Yes!
So, actually, because you attacked them, they're gonna make a. I think every time you attack, it's a contested score for every. It's basically like a free taunt action to provoke. So go ahead and roll a contested influence skill check against them.
12.
That's gonna be an 11.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, you
Leave
got them.
Thorstein alone.
All right, Luxalia.
All right. Quick question.
Yes.
My Ash Crook says melee is +7 and range is +5.
It's probably
What my
flipped.
range? Okay, great. Because I'm like,
It's
my
based
range
on
is
your melee and range modifier. So, and then the
Okay,
ash,
yeah.
because it's ash, it's common, so it's +0.
Oh, okay.
But I think you have a rare, so that's a +2. I think you have like a rare proficiency,
Okay.
so it's a +2 regardless.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
okay. So whatever that is, just fix that as you will. But
Boop him on the head.
All right. I'm gonna use my Ash Crook.
okay.
And just to reiterate, every time I use this, it goes down 1 on its durability.
Yeah, for the ranged attack version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to do that against the guy on the hill, I guess.
All right. These guys up here.
So I think that's +2. So I think it's still +5 because I have +3 for ranged, and then
+2.
it's a +2. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
For proficiency, and then okay. So I roll a d16. +5. 18 to hit.
18 will definitely hit.
Sweet.
Nice.
And this does.
Tree fitting.
1d10.
Pretty good.
Alright.
Plus elemental.
Plus. So 5?
Yep.
I have a +5 to elemental?
I think so.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
darn good.
Very good. Very good. Good.
So
Very good.
3 + 5. 8!
8 points of flame damage. So it looks like he turns around as these guys are just taking a breather, reloading their crossbows. This flaming sphere fires at them and singes them, and yeah, they're pretty angry. But yes, you smacked them pretty good.
Alright, and then. Support. Actions. Everyone's looking pretty decent, I think.
I'm okay. Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
chilling, eating some chicken.
I don't know.
Are you hurting?
No.
Zill, you
I
still have
think
your
you're
shield,
fine.
don't you?
I never got it.
Oh, you didn't get a
Yeah.
Luxalia shield? Oh, sad day.
I don't think I was close enough.
Well, I guess in that case, I'll hide.
Okay, so make a.
I don't.
So you technically, because you attacked, you are in a field of view, so you are unable
Oh
to
yeah,
hide.
yeah. That's fair. That's reasonable.
Hey,
okay.
Luxalia, come join me. I got a chicken.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what's in my pouch? I don't know. Yeah, that's all I really can do, I guess.
Okay.
So, cool.
There you go. Next is going to be Thordain.
I need to bide and restore some stamina.
Alright,
Hey,
so
Thordain!
You can, in order to bide, you can also attempt to move to get out of like any kind of threat, or if you just want to stay there, that's fine too.
I have all of their attention right now except that guy.
Yeah, I think I'm good where I'm at,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna bide. So I rolled a 4 plus 3, so I would get 7.
Yeah,
Something like that.
perfect.
Pretty good.
All right, and then Belbin, he's gonna go after these guys. He doesn't have the enmity, so he's
And they
not going
can't
to.
switch for me until next turn, after next turn, I think,
Right.
because they failed.
He rolled a
Well,
natural
not-
1 on his first attack, so it doesn't hit.
Goodness
Second
gracious, Belden.
attack is
Slack
going
it.
to be a 17, which will hit, meaning he's going to be taking 14 points of impact damage.
Nice.
Cool. Bottom of the round, Enmity. rack that up. So again, every 10 points of damage you gain 1. Every 10 points of healing you gain 1.
Does biting give you any?
Biting is a reduction of 2 to that total roll. 1d8 minus 2. Or minus 2. I think it might be minus 1. I think it's minus 2. Yeah,
11.
minus
I stay at where I'm at.
All right, 3.
3
for you.
Okay. That's a plus, so it's a minus 1.
Sweet. I'm back at 0.
4.
Minus 1, so just 0.
0 still, yeah.
4.
11, so I stay at 4.
Stay at 4. Alright. Belbin. That's a 9, so he gets a plus 1. Okay. Sweet. So all that good stuff. Next round, Yuki. What are you doing?
What about the bandits?
Bandits.
Oh,
first.
bandits. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do their thing.
I mean, if you want to skip their turn.
Yeah, that's fine for me. I'm okay
Um,
with that.
Yeah, these guys are going to use their support action to attempt to. They can't do anything. Yeah, they'll attack just with their swords.
Bring it.
Yeah, so Zil, the first attack is going to be a 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
So that's going to be 13 points of cutting damage.
Okay.
Second attack is going to be a 14.
Yeah, that hits.
Wait, no, it doesn't.
Why?
You have a shield.
When did I get that?
When I did
Oh
it.
yeah, you
I
do.
thought-
It's a 30-foot radius. It's actually a 45-foot radius.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So the
okay,
first one doesn't
that's
hit.
True. That's true. So the first one doesn't hit. They'll make their check. So they rolled a 3. So do damage as you will.
I will. 8 points of.
Does that still count as a hit
Light.
for like durability's sake?
No, it does not.
Okay. Does it count as a miss for experience sake?
It does count as a miss. Yes.
Wonderful.
All right. So second attack.
That one hit
Yeah.
the second time, so roll the damage.
10 points of cutting damage, and the third attack is going to miss you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, as in that one. These guys are just going to have to continue to move. To attempt to attack you, Zil. So the first attack is a nat 16.
Ow!
So that is
I
going-
offer them some chicken as they run by.
That's going to be 15 points of cutting damage.
That's not that bad.
The second one is going to be a 19 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that's going to be 13 points of cutting damage. And the last one is a 7 to hit, which doesn't. So,
Nope. Gosh.
so chonky Zil. All right,
Yeah.
Yuki.
Frustrated by the fact that they didn't accept my offer of my gracious gift of a drumstick as they were passing by, in a huff, I'm just like, well, fine then, have the sword, and I shank them in the back, the ones that are behind me.
All right. I mean, they're aware of you. It's not like they.
Oh, they ignored my graciousness though. How
yeah,
dare
they,
you do so?
they were taunted pretty hard by Zil.
That's a natural 16. So what is that?
Oh!
16 plus 7, whatever that is. So-
Plus your 8.
Plus my 8. Well, it's a 7 to hit for me. So 16 plus that. So what's the
It
the
hits.
crit?
It hit. So
The
crit
crit
is
is
the
just max
maximum
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 18 cutting, and then does max damage on the earth damage too?
Yep.
Okay, that's 8 earth damage as well. Is that do I have to roll? I do have to roll again for my second hit.
It doesn't matter. You
Okay.
you cut them down. The rest of them as they.
They're
make
dead.
their way across.
How dare you reject
Yuki is
All right, I'm gonna-
just almost single-handedly just cutting through everything.
Pissed. I'm gonna actually run up if I can 30 feet towards that group up top. Can I make it? Can I even make it?
You can make it about here because you're walking over dead bodies. That's considered.
Okay,
walking.
I won't do that then. I'm just gonna attack the group that Zill's attacking right now, if that's okay. Sorry.
yeah.
I know it's all over the place, but I'm just gonna get them. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna use my second action to say, "Hello, Zill. Do you need some help?" And I will, just whack at their kneecaps. That's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna kneecap them. So that one is a 22 to hit.
Yep. I'll hit.
When do you get bleed?
Half your HP.
damage.
Okay, I'm not quite there yet.
Okay, so that's 4 plus 8. 12 plus. It's 4 plus 6 earth damage. Or, sorry, 12 cutting, 6 earth. And then I'm going to use my dual wielding skill.
Okay.
That's 8 plus 7 to hit.
Okay.
That hits.
Yep.
Whatever that is. And then that one is 6 plus 6, so that's 12 damage as well. And then 8 earth damage.
Okay. Yeah, you take them down too.
How dare they? So rude.
As you do, the people up top, they scream. They're like, "Please, please, no, stop! Have mercy on us!"
Luxalia, will you have mercy on them?
No.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, it is Zill's turn.
Zill, are you gonna have mercy on them?
Luxalia said no. Ah! I'm gonna run as close as I can.
Okay.
Don't
I
we
got
need
35.
information? Don't kill them.
About how far you can get with all the bodies and broken over chairs and
Bodies hit the floor.
And then I'm gonna throw an axe at him.
All right.
Is that 1 or 2 stamina to throw it?
That's gonna be 1 because it's a one-handed weapon.
Wonderful.
Yep.
There we go. That is going to be a 9 to hit.
A 9 will not hit, unfortunately.
Darn
So the
it.
hand axe, it cleaves into the side of the stone wall, though.
Okay, and then I'm
Enough to
gonna-
intimidate, I would say.
Gonna taunt him.
All right. That's the skill check. It's gonna be a 15.
20! Finally rolled
Oh.
well.
Yeah, they're like, "How dare you!" And then they, yeah, they're like this weird mixture of like afraid, but also like pretty pissed at being taunted. So, like at this point, it looks like Zill, you're just playing with them. All right, Luxalia.
I'm going to heal Zill
Okay.
That would be lovely.
by an amount.
Thank
Oh, okay. Alright, 9 plus 5, 14 points of healing.
Thank
All
you.
right. 14.
And then, can I make my way up to these people?
Yeah, there's like a small, like little stone. You have a natural climbing speed because you're Glyvin, so that's pretty easy.
That's true.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna use my attack action to try to shove him off the cliff.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so you're.
Not that far!
It's true. It's a 10-foot drop, but it's also 3 people. So you're gonna make your shove at struggle.
Oh, okay.
So
So wait, what am I rolling? Just
it's
straight?
basically just a physical skill check
Okay.
at
And
struggle.
struggle because you have
know.
weariness.
Well, that too. So struggles don't stack, but
8!
8.
Nat 1, Nat 1, Nat 1! Come on!
That's gonna be an 18. They basically just like hold your arms and they're just like,
We Say stop!
And then they're just like almost as if the like threat of like being pushed off is like the worst thing in the world. It's like this like small little gliving girl is like there. They're just like, oh my god! They just see like all of their companions like dead in the battlefield below them.
And I'll just, I don't know, use the rest of my movement to just let other people just, get some distance, and then let everyone else take care of it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, so you're back down. You're just like, whoo! And then you just like scurry back down the cliff. You're just like looking up at them again. Alright. Next is going to be Thordain. What are you gonna do?
I am going to attack
Okay.
those people on top of the cliff.
Please, we beg you.
Um,
They're just like doing everything. It's like the entire Eclaas Eeas is just like boom, 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 just like marching towards them.
I think we've spilled enough blood, everyone. Let's get some information at the very least. Jeez. I
Can
was
I
trying
punch
to
him
be
one more
diplomatic and share my chicken.
Can I punch him one more time?
Maybe just once more.
well, so if I don't attack, how do we try to convince them to surrender?
They're asking us to leave him alone.
You can bide, and then you can. They're already surrendering to us. They're asking for mercy.
Okay, well then let's yeah. Well, if they're surrendering.
Is it a group decision?
Luxalia, what do you think? Belbin, no, we're not even gonna ask Belbin. Not even gonna bother.
Can't hear you, Luxalia.
Bind them up.
Bind
Make
them?
Suffer.
Alright. Does anyone have rope? Let's see, I think I do.
They, as you guys do
Yeah, I got
this,
rope.
battle has officially ended. They slowly climb down and they're just like cowering. They drop all their weapons at their feet. I'm going to have
Wait,
I'm gonna
I shut
have
up.
you
Bring
all
my axe
make
back.
I'm gonna have you all make a piety skill fates check for me.
Heidi.
Oh no. I rolled a 6. Oh no.
Belbin rolled a 7.
14. I also
14.
rolled a 7.
11.
Alright. Thordain, what did you roll?
14.
14. 11 for Yuki. Zill, what were you at again?
6.
Alright. Thordain and Yuki, you lose -1 misery
Oh, thank God.
for having mercy on them. I mean, everyone had mercy, but Thordain puts down his bow, could have dealt the finishing blows.
I hand them chicken.
Well, and Luxalia, you guys bind them up, and that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Woo!
So I know it was like an hour longer than normal. Sorry, guys. We'll try not to make too much of a habit of that. But yes, that's where we're going to end this session
My
tonight.
hand axe.
Can I
Good.
quickly do a couple announcements before we
Yes,
head out?
please do so.
All right. So as you can see, do you mind, Kyle, going back to the first screen that we had?
The first... Oh, yeah. Give me a second.
Yeah, just the first screen. Sorry, guys. Anyways, thank you all for joining us again. Session 2. We definitely got into the thick of it. Again, we are learning this game along with all of you, so we apologize for not being as on top of it as we could. But as we continue on, we'll get a little bit better as we go. Just a couple of announcements as far as Everlast goes. So again, we are planning on doing Everlast every second and third Saturday of every month, though May is an exception. So starting in June, it will be the second and third Saturday of every month, with the podcast being the last Saturday of the month. That being said, those of you who joined us today, and if you have any questions you want to ask, many of you have already posed many awesome questions. Feel free to put that in the Discord, and I can link the Discord right here. Feel free to join the Discord, too. It's a great place to do it. We have an Everlast section you can talk in, so feel free to join that. Ask any questions there. We also do have a Facebook page and a Twitter page as well. Feel free to, if you're using Twitter, at Forged Fantasy, you can send using the hashtag #AskEverlast questions that you want answered on the podcast. But yes, next week we do have our next session. So session 3 will be next week. I know we'll be missing a few guys, but that's okay. We're still planning on having the session, and then starting June, we'll be back to the second and third days. But Kyle, if you don't mind, or if you don't mind going to the specific screens that I'm talking about. So we do have exclusive merch. Actually, many of us, Zill, Luxalia, and even myself, we're wearing some sweet merch. Not only do they have, you can support your characters by getting some sweet merch. Again, we have those. But they also have the exclusive Everlast symbol on the sleeve. So this is exclusive Everlast merch. Many kinds of stuff that you can get. Again, all proceeds for the Everlast stuff go towards supporting Everlast itself. Again, in order to maintain the integrity of the game, we are self-publishing this game. So because of that, it unfortunately does have a cost that comes with it. So if you want to get some sweet, cool items and support Everlast monetarily, you can definitely do that. Merch is a good way. Again, that is linked in the About section. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, that will be linked in the description below. And anything else, we have the Patreon. So if you don't mind going to the Patreon little slide that we have.
So
Go ahead, Kyle. Yes.
The Patreon, if you want to go ahead and support that, essentially what it does is if every time you subscribe for a month, as you see there, we have 2 levels, a $5 level and a $10 level. At the $5 level, during stream, you can actually grant hope to a player. Hope is basically a free reroll to any skill check that the party can make. Basically at the $10 level, you also get the audio stream of the Adventures of Eclaas Eeas pre-official stream. We will be releasing those to you on your own little private Patreon thing. And additionally, you get an additional 1, so 2 total per month of the hopes that you can grant players on stream. And so it's your way of being able to intercede with fate by giving players in Everlast hope. So if you want to support that way, again, all of the proceeds go to helping support the creation of the game. So.
And one last announcement, not pertaining to Everlast itself, but Kyle is our resident game master here at Fantasy Forge Studios. And actually, he is in the process of putting together a Lord of the Rings, Adventures in Middle-earth D&D campaign. So those of you who want to join it and actually want to play, I think he's going to be doing like some one-shots here and there about to kind of just advertise it. But his services are offered for that, and also he will be streaming it as well. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in being in a stream at Fantasy Forge Studios, feel free to reach out. You can reach out via the website. You can also reach out via the Discord, that kind of stuff as well. So if you are interested in tabletop RPGs, but you're a newbie, Kyle's great. He's awesome for people who are new and people who are adept at tabletop RPGs alike. This isn't Everlast. This is Dungeons and Dragons. It's a 5e supplement, but it takes place in Tolkien's world. So Adventures in Middle-earth takes place between The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings adventures. So there's like a 50-year period that this takes place in. So
yeah, and it's really cool because you can play the various races. So elves, dwarves, hobbits, all kinds of men. So you have like the Beornings, who are like the human race that like follow Bjorn. You have men of Minas Tirith, men of Rohan, the woodmen, like all kinds of different people from Middle-earth, and we're the vast majority of it. Unfortunately, Cubicle 7 no longer produces the game anymore, and as far as they've gone, it's pretty much stuff that happens in Wilderland, stuff that happens in around Dale and the Lonely Mountain, all the way up north in the Rovinian region, and then Eriador, which is the west side of the Misty Mountains. Everything there, expanding from the Shire to Rivendell, all that kind of stuff, and down into Rohan. So it's really cool, like being able to go on adventures in Middle-earth.
Yeah. So Kyle will be offering those services as well. So if you are interested, even if you're new, don't be shy. Kyle is a great DM for new players and advanced players alike. So feel free to reach out to us via the Discord. You can obviously personal message me there. Also on the Facebook page and Twitter, you can also ask personal message me there, and I can get you guys set up with that. And if you are interested in it being video streamed, then that is something we can talk about as well. But I think that's it. Anyways, guys, we have next week, same time, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we will be starting Session 3 for Everlast. So it should be a great time, and thank you all. Anyone else have any last things you want to say? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Thanks, guys.
Anyone?
guide you.
Yes, there we go. Very nice. Well, I think
guys-
that's it.
Yeah, you guys all have a good one. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.